Hoodstocks Podcast is brought to you by nothing but the greatest of the greatest. You best believe that, my G's. Hey, you need a criminal defense attorney? You slipped up? Peep game, we got you. You got our guy, Doug Sherrod. Doug Sherrod is a criminal defense attorney. Big dog shit. Matter of fact, bigger than big dog shit. You can reach him at KingKongLawyer.com. KingKongLawyer.com. He is our criminal defense attorney. He can be your criminal defense attorney. Reach out to him at KingKongLawyer.com. Hoodstocks Podcast is also brought to you by looking for some good quality cannabis. I mean, killer quality cannabis. Hit up the folks at Killer Kush. They specialize in bringing you the best quality available from OG to exotic. They got it all, baby. Hit them up at killerkushcali@gmail.com or on IG at killerkush__420 to find a location near you. If you're local to the LA area, you can find them here in the heart of East Los Angeles at East LA Exotics, located at 6009 East Olympic Boulevard. This podcast is also brought to you by Gutter Phenom out of Orange County, baby. Gutter Phenom is a lifestyle brand that is dedicated to supporting and inspiring individuals who are determined to achieve their dreams. Billy, we believe that no matter where you come from or what you've been through, with hard work and dedication, anything is possible. A portion of our proceeds are donated to organizations that provide vocational training for parolees and scholarships for those in need of drug and alcohol treatment. Jesus, who would have thought this is just a t-shirt? This is a clothing brand. Okay, visit gutterphenom.com and use the exclusive code Hoodstocks20 to receive 20% off your order today, baby. Yeah.
Casey, is it game time?
It's game time. It's game time.
Let's get this shit cracking then, baby.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Welcome to Hoodstocks on a Sunday evening. Woo!
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine, we gonna pop this baby off. You know what we do right here. Yes, sir. Ain't no little hurricane gonna stop us from podcasting. Oh, shit. Let's go, baby. Like, subscribe, all that good shit, man. We love you, motherfuckers. Feeling good. Feeling pretty good today, man. Yeah. Yep. Hoodstocks Podcast is also brought to you by Dying to See Me. Go to YouTube, type in Dying to See Me, subscribe, like, all that shit. Shout out to Matt Montague, that's our G right there. Love that dude. He is a sponsor of this podcast, and yay, we fuck with them, dog. That's our G right there. I wanna say R.I.P. to an old friend, an old homie of mine, Marvin Tiny Christopher. He was born in 78 and he passed just recently. Love, respect to his family. It's unfortunate. He moved out the state. He moved out of Cali. He moved out of LA to another state to change his life, right? Get away from the hood shit. I remember when he was doing that. I was like, are you sure you want to do that, dog? And he was like, yeah, look, I'm sure I want to do that. He was living, matter of fact, right down the street right here in East Los. And I was like, all right, fuck it. And next thing you know it, the boy fucking goes out to the other state, man, and he's running amok and acting a fool. And, man. And so the last time I talked to him, he was like, hey, look, bop, I just got out, man. Whoop, you know. He was asking me if I could look out, right? You know? And I was like, dog, if you're doing all this stuff out there, why don't you just come back home and stop playing with it, bro? You know, come back out here where it counts. You know? I hate to say it like that. I don't, where it counts, right? A lot of people do that, bro. They'll move out of state. They'll move to another hood. And you're like, hey, what's up with the homie? Next thing you know, he's up to the same old shit out there now.
They take it with them. They take it with them.
Initially, they want to do it. They want to change their life. They're like, hey, I had enough of this. And what it is if I get out of this area right here, I'll be good over there. And you know what, bro? I knew that since I was a kid, bro, that I don't play that shit, dog. I'll be like, when I be on parole in the hood, bro, I'll be like, homie, that shit don't mean nothing. I don't need to move out the hood. You know, I'll do this shit right here and show the homies. We can do this shit right here, bro. I mean, if you want to change, if you want something different, bro, doesn't matter where you at. You're going to do it, bro. If you feel the will, the strength within yourself. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends, too, on the individual, you know, because, I mean, it is good to get out of that environment, but it's in you, bro. Like, if you really want to change and you're willing to sacrifice, then it's going to happen. If not, if you move out, it doesn't matter. If that's still in you, you're going to gravitate towards that kind of lifestyle.
You're going to find it wherever you go.
Yeah.
100% RIP to Tiny. Love, respect. I don't know why I did a clap. I apologize about that. Yeah, RIP to the homie. All right, so today we have a very special guest. This man right here was on Hoodstocks when Hoodstocks, we were functioning out of a small bedroom. We were shooting off a webcam. There were short cords. Man, it was just a whole different animal. It was the beginning stages of Hoodstocks.
And it was hot.
It was hotter than a motherfucker, too. And you know what I told the homie? I'm bringing the homie back to share a story again because since he was, I believe the homie was on since the first year, the first or the second year of Hoodstocks in that little ass room. And since the platform has grown, I want homie to share his story on this grown platform, right? This bigger platform. Everybody give it up for Sticks for Lomas. Let's go, baby.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for inviting me back.
Absolutely, dog. Absolutely. Thank you for, I mean, it's a big difference, huh, dog?
Yeah, big difference, yeah.
Yeah. How's your morning been? Sunday morning? I mean, it's been kind of interesting. We've been on edge. I was at, I'll say this, I was at 99-cent store and I was trying to get some D batteries for a flashlight that I have, right? You know, and all the fucking batteries are gone, bro. Like, people are really bugging out about this fucking hurricane that's gonna come, bop, 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 you know what I mean?
Yesterday, I was at Walmart. Man, bro, it was crazy. There was no parking. People were just up and down the aisles. But today's been cool, bro. Just relaxing, trying to get my mind right, you know, get ready for this podcast and, you know, just getting ready. That's pretty much it.
Let me tell you this. Cali motherfuckers, I mean, we don't do well when they start telling us that there's hurricanes coming and bro.
Even when it rains on the freeways, there's at least like 5 people that die just when it rains, just from
check it
spinning
out.
their car out.
Facts, Casey. Check it out. On the way over here, there was car parts everywhere, bro. On the freeway. Like bumper parts I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Tons of accidents today.
I saw there was like something on the 6th or one of the, like the 7th Street Bridge, something was in the water over there.
You're like, that's why I rode a horse here today. You got to worry about all that shit if you ride a horse, dog.
Then with the lightweight, the earthquake this afternoon.
Yeah, what's up with that? I didn't feel that, bro. Did you feel the earthquake?
Nah, I got the notification, 5.5 or something.
Nah, I felt it.
I didn't feel it.
That's
it was
crazy.
light, but it was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say when there's an earthquake, bro? There's like the aftershocks come in, and I mean, I don't know, bro. Is it the end of the world right now or what?
Yeah, we're there, bro.
We're there. We're gonna talk about that because I believe that you're. Let me share my day, bro. I got up early this morning. And I got to work, bro. It's my day off. My girl went to work, so I'm home with my 2 girls, and I got up way before them. But when they got up, I made them breakfast. I made them eggs, sausage, and bacon. You know, we on this keto diet. I like to stay on it. And then I got on the computer and I uploaded 10 new episodes to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And I apologize to you guys about that, man. And then after that, you know what I did? I went out and I did some gardening, bro. Because yesterday I went and I bought some rose bushes. I bought red roses. I went to the swap meet and I bought these, what is it, like 5 gallon rose things. At swap meet, you get them at the best price. You try to go to Home Depot, bro. They're going to give it to you, dog, with a receipt. So I bought red roses, I bought yellow roses, and I bought white roses. And so there's a planter in front of my house, bro. And I love my girls so much. They open their drapes, bro. They open their drapes because they like the light and they're doing their little thing in their room. And I said, you know what? When they open their drapes, it's not a beautiful view because it's hood where I live at, bro. Mm-hmm. And so I want roses. When they open the drapes, they're going to see roses, bro.
I like roses.
Yeah, so I planted roses. I planted red roses in front of my baby's window. And then I planted white roses in front of my girl's window, and on the corner I planted the yellow roses. And it's raining while I'm doing this shit, dog, but not too bad, bro.
And then today you interviewing someone from Rosemead?
From Rosemead? What the fuck? Oh my God. That's true, dog. Man, the universe, dog. And then my girl had all these succulents. You know what a succulent is?
No.
It's kind of like a suckerfish, dog, but it's a plant, bro, right? You know what I mean? No, I'm just fucking stupid, dog. And so I planted them in between, bro. Like, I kind of man, I was on my landscaping shit, bro. And then I went in the crib and kind of cleaned up a little myself because, in the dirt. And I washed dishes, bro. Made my kids lunch. I made my girls clean their room. I mean, this is a day in the life of Lucky Sun Zoo, baby.
That's right.
Responsibilities, baby. Even on our days off, we working, bro. Even on the days off, bro, you working. That's what it's about,
though. You're doing the thing,
And I left, bro, and everybody was happy. Everybody's happy. My girl had just got home from work, so it's like shift change. You got the girls now. All right, cool. I got to bounce out and do this podcast. I love life. Like staying out of trouble, not committing no more crimes, not fucking on no hard drugs, bro. I never thought that life was just, they say life is always, what is the thing they say? That
life's like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, thanks, Casey. Fucking Forrest Gump, bro. Life's like a box of chocolates. No, I never imagined that life was so beautiful and great on this side of the tracks. Yeah. You feel me? And once you work hard, you put in the work, bro, and then you settle down. Yeah. You settle down, bro, because it's hard at first on this side because you got to put in a lot of work to get out the hood side and live in this side, bro. You got to put in a lot of work. And sometimes, you may want to give up, but I never gave up. And now I'm finally settling in to the good side of life.
That's what I meant, kind of like, that you're doing life, bro, because it's sometimes we think that it's gonna be somewhere up ahead, but it's really the journey while you're there, bro. Every day, just soaking it in, enjoying your family, and before you know, you're gonna look back like, man, but it's every day, bro. Every day, you gotta be grateful for every day.
Very blessed, truly blessed. Everybody, I want you to give your undivided attention. Sticks from Lomas, Southside San Gabriel, is going to share his story, his journey. It's a good journey. We've had it before on the podcast, but like I said, I wanted homie to share it again on this bigger stage that we have built together. And I love you guys, and I thank you so much. We're still here.
He was episode 58.
Episode 58.
Yes.
And what episode are we on today?
We're on 228.
228. Damn, bro, you were episode 58, bro.
What was that, the first year or what?
I think it was the first year, brother. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate you, and thank you for coming back. Everybody, give it up for Sticks. Sticks, the stage is yours, brother.
Yeah, man. So, where do I start, bro?
Where would you like to start? Do you want to start when you family? Let's start with family. What is the household looking like? Junior high school.
Junior high?
No,
man.
I'm sorry, elementary.
Elementary, man. So elementary, I went to a couple elementaries. I started out in Boyle Heights. I went to Malabar, right there in kind of right there by off of Evergreen and Cesar Chavez. I grew up there till I was about 7, and then after that, I moved to Monterey Park when I was like around 8. And when, you know, it was just regular, bro, regular childhood, regular elementary, you know. But even at that young age, I was already around that environment where you see, you know, what we grow up seeing, bro, in LA, you know, just gang members and the gang life. And I don't know, I think deep down inside, like, I always knew, like, that was probably gonna be my future, bro. Like, I felt something, you know, even at a young age, bro. So shortly after that, I moved to Rosemead, and then that was it, man. You know, that was pretty much it. But the household was it was just me, my brother, my mom. I got older siblings, but they were already all grown up. And my mom, she worked a lot. She used to always be, you know, working nights at the convalescent hospital. She was all over, bro, like all over LA, White Memorial, all the hospitals she's worked there, you know. And then, you know, I started just going to juvenile hall, bro, actually, after elementary, junior high. Started going to juvenile hall, stuff like that, you know, in and out.
What were you going to juvenile hall for?
Little stuff, bro, stealing stereos, you know.
Why are you stealing? How old are you at this time? First time going to juvenile hall?
The first time was probably like 11.
11 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty young, bro, to be stealing stereos, bro. I mean, like, what are you going to steal a stereo for? To put it in your car?
Sell it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And sell it for what?
Sell it, yeah, you know, just have money, drugs, all that, you know.
Okay. So 11 years old, are you doing drugs already?
Nah, probably just smoking bud and stuff like that.
That's not a drug.
Yeah.
I mean, back then it was considered a drug.
Yeah, it's not a drug now. Back then, yeah.
Yeah, it was a drug. And so, are you from your hood already?
I was already backing up the hood. I got in when I was 12, but I started pretty young, bro, in 4th grade, which is like 9, 10 years old.
You started hanging around with your hood?
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you moved to Rosemead, you moved in to Lomas.
Yeah, probably about a year later. I was influenced by someone that was like 3-4 years older than me, and he was already in junior high. I was in elementary, and he was just a childhood friend, you know, right there from the neighborhood, and so I always tagged along with him, and that's kind of how I got that first exposure to the neighborhood, and it was just something that right away, bro, you know, I didn't have a father, so it was something that appealed to me at a young age, and it was just a whole different era back then, bro. Like, back then
How was it back then? Speak on it. Paint us a picture.
I mean, compared to now, I think people start out a little bit later. But back then, you didn't have, like, social media. You didn't have a lot of that influence. But, you know, it depends, too, how you grew up. Like me, I didn't have a father, so I guess now I can look back and see how there was an empty space there that needed to be filled. And the hood life, bro, it's real appealing, bro. Like, just the dressing, the camaraderie, the partying.
I mean, how is it for, I apologize for cutting you off. 2-part question. You said you didn't have a father twice, so obviously that affected you since a young age. Like you said, there was an emptiness, there was a void, right, that needed to be filled. Obviously, you filled that void with individuals who were in your neighborhood that you looked up to. But how does a elementary kid start hanging out with junior high kids? I mean, it's just neighbors for people that don't understand.
So I grew up like in a trailer park, not the typical trailer park. It was more like it was just all Mexicans, bro. It was like a little Mexico, and so you grew up with all the kids there.
Okay, so and this is in Rosemead. There's a trailer park court.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Garvey and San Gabriel, for those that know.
Is it still there?
It's still there, yeah.
Okay.
And so you grow up, bro. Like whoever's there, you're growing up together. It doesn't matter the age. I mean, yeah, obviously you're not gonna probably hang around with 18-year-olds, but it all depends. I mean, for me, it was just a connection with that one individual. I always look at it, bro, like it was meant to happen type of thing, like it was meant to happen, bro. And so I just, it just became part of my life, bro. It wasn't like, what I mean by back then and now, it's just something that kind of just happened. It just evolved. It's not something that I looked at okay, I want to be that. It's just something that just happened, bro,
Yeah. How was it growing up in a trailer park?
It was cool, bro. I actually,
Like, what do you remember how the design of the trailer you lived in? What you know what I mean? I'm kind of interested in that, bro. Like,
it was just like a little, I wouldn't even know the feet, but like a 2-bedroom. My mom built all kinds of rooms outside, so we actually had like a 4-bedroom and a 1-bedroom trailer.
With like sheds or something?
Yeah, and then we had like a big old door where she put like to, you know what I mean? Like I think our spot was like the best spot, bro, because of that. Because my mom built all kinds of, they weren't sheds. There was a couple sheds. There was one that was actually built like real wood, like real, I guess, materials. And it was cool, bro. For me, it was normal. It was normal just living in a trailer. We didn't have like in a house like a regular like AC or nothing like that. We had like the ceiling air conditionings. But I loved it, bro. It was home,
When you said your mom built it, did she actually build it herself?
No, she had someone build it.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna be like, damn, mom,
Yeah,
she ain't no joke, baby.
Nah, but she definitely invested in it, and like we always had like my uncle living there, or eventually we took over some of the rooms, and eventually became like the hood room where we used to party and stuff like that, bro. It's still there, man. They knocked everything down though, bro. I went back recently and I checked it out. All those rooms are gone, bro. It's just sorry about that. All those rooms are gone. It's all like empty. It's just a normal trailer now.
But the same trailer is still there.
The same trailer, yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Did you see who lived there?
Yeah, I seen some just regular dude. There's only a couple people that still live there, bro. But
that you know of.
Yeah, that I know, like
that are still there.
That I know, yeah.
Yeah.
And but it's still there, bro. Still kind of pretty much looks the same. It's like, if you look on the outside on the streets, it doesn't look like what it looks like when you go in there. Once you go in there, it's like a whole different world, bro. It's like, that's why I kind of describe it like a little Mexico, like a little town type of thing, like a little village. Because outside, now it's all predominantly like a lot of Asian stuff. You go everywhere, bro. You just see, Asian letterings, markets, and all that.
But back then, when you lived there, and you said it was like a little Mexico or something, little TJ or something, like, how was it? Like, all the neighbors looked out for the kids type of thing? Like, you could knock on the door and be like, hey, man, we ain't got no milk. Can I get some milk? I mean, like a village. You said like a village, bro.
Kind of like we had the little lady that that sold the the little chips and candies and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a pretty tight knit spot, bro. But like me, I was like a little troublemaker, bro. So a lot of the neighbors, they they probably didn't want me around their kids, that type of thing, You
done burned all the bridges, mom. Hooked up right there.
I started looking like a gang member when I was young too, bro. We're already wearing big pants, so I know that they definitely. I know some. I can recall some parents. They definitely didn't want their kids hanging around me.
100%. So, 11 years old. You're still in car stereos, and you said at the time you were, kind of backing up the hood, kind of like trying to earn your stripes. That, hey, I'm down. Like, what's
well, because I started out probably like around 9, bro. I backed up the neighborhood for like 3-4 years, and I was just young, bro. They're not gonna, even though it was a different time back then. I remember there was times like the homies would go places, and I wouldn't go, bro, because I was too small. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that type of thing. But it was just kind of just being there, bro, being around. We never were like someone that just jumped people in, So definitely, had to just be there, bro.
Yeah. So you start going to the halls, in and out of the halls.
Yeah, I started going to the halls, all that.
What was your experience first time going to the halls?
That's crazy. I was just talking to one of my homies yesterday about that. When you first go to jail, it's definitely not a good feeling. It actually feels horrible, bro. I remember that feeling. I was like, dang, like, I'm stuck, and it was just the fear of the unknown, but you gotta snap out of it real quick, especially if you're already gangbanging. You gotta hold your mug, bro, and you're gonna run into the enemigos eventually, and start getting down, all that stuff, just the regular stuff, bro. But as far as like a youngster, the feeling, it wasn't something that was that you wanted, you know. It was something that kind of, you're like, man, you know.
You miss moms.
Yeah, you miss moms, all that, bro. Like, it's that's actually the main thing, bro. You think about that. You don't think about it when you out, but
you ain't listening or nothing. You being a badass.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden you want mom.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden you want moms, bro. But
What do you remember, mom? She would cook out that trailer, bro.
man,
Good meal.
bro. Everything, all the Mexican food, bro. Chilaquiles, enchiladas, all that good stuff, bro. You
She
know?
really did it up, huh?
Yeah, mom's she was definitely she looked, you know, she was like to me like one of the best moms ever, bro. Like she was the type of mom that she wouldn't want us to be in the street, so she'll let us drink at the pad, you know, stuff like that. Just taking care of the homies, like, you know, be like sometimes 4, 5, 6 homies in the room asleep, you know what I mean, throwing the blankets over us, looking out for us, bro. And she always worked, bro. She worked nights. So she was gone a lot of that time, and me and my brother, bro, we used to just run amok, bro. Like we turned it into the hood pad, you know, for a while. And
Where was Pops all this time?
Pops, I met my dad one time, bro, when I was 4.
Do you remember meeting him?
I remember, yeah, vividly, bro.
4 years old.
I was 4 years old, exactly, and I remember exactly where it was at. It was right there at the Green Burrito, off of Evergreen. Is it Evergreen and is it Wabash? I don't know if K9 was here, he'd probably know, but
K9's at the veterinarian right now, bro.
But
He's still there.
I remember, bro, it was like a green burrito, and I think there was a laundromat, and I remember my mom, she picked me up, and she handed me over to him, and I kicked him, bro. I remember my mom, she used to dress me in the little boots, little Mexican boots. And I straight kicked him, bro.
Cute motherfucker.
Yeah, I kicked him in the head, bro. I remember, like, I already knew that, I don't know, like, I held something against him already, bro.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't there.
What the fuck you been at, fool?
Yeah, and I did have someone in my life that I used to call dad for a little bit. Shout out to him, bro. His name was Pancho, bro. He was a good dude. He's the one that, since I was, you know, like 1, 2 years old, he was the one that was with my mom, and he's the one that like got me. I used to listen to the Dodger games with him, bro, on the radio, Spanish. That was during the Fernando Valenzuela days. I was born in 78, so this was like 81, 82, all those years.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm a, you know, diehard Dodger fan, bro. I got into it since I was young, but he's the one that kind of instilled some things in me, and he was there. He was there when I met up, when my mom took me to go meet my biological father, bro, and I didn't want nothing to do with him, bro. I didn't want nothing to do with him. That was it. And then I guess we'll get to the rest of the story later. I ran into him again when I got out, but I guess we'll lead up into that.
Yes, sir.
And I seen him that one last time, but I haven't seen him ever since, bro.
Okay. So you're going in and out of juvenile halls. Where do we go from there?
From there, so I remember being in Pasadena court, and my mom, she was pleading with the judge, bro, to allow her to move me out of the county to go to Imperial Valley, which is where I live now, Imperial County. I've always had all my family. I got a lot of cousins, uncles out there, so we always had that connection with out there, bro. And so I remember her pleading with the judge, bro. I kept seeing the same judge, bro, when I was a youngster. So he wanted to send me to YA, bro. And she's like, look, let me move him out. So he allowed her to move me out of the county to out there, bro. I moved to a little town called Hopeville. Shout out to Hopeville, bro. That was like my second home, bro. Like a little sanctuary, you know. I went to junior high for a year out there. But it was actually what we were talking about earlier, bro. I went out there and I started running them up, kind of like
What we were talking
about, bro. And so just a quick little story. There was a teacher. I remember I was like in a detention, bro. And it was like a table like this. And it was kind of like one of these chairs too. And I was a lot smaller. And I remember, bro, I was a bad kid, bro. So I'm not throwing off on him. But I remember, I forgot what happened. But I remember he pushed me into the table, bro. And it like hit my chest, bro. Boom. And then he came around and he like got close, bro, and I cracked him. Bro, and I stood up and I took off running, bro. I ran out the office and I was I was on the run for assault, bro, for like a month, bro. They were looking for me.
How old were you?
I was junior high, bro. I don't know, 11, 12.
On the run for assault.
and
Got the whole PTA looking for you.
Yeah, bro. It was a little town too, bro. And so they raided. I remember they raided my mom's. We lived in a trailer out there too, bro. A place called Spanish Trails, bro. And I lived right in front of a cop. Actually, I lived right in front of a cop, bro. And I couldn't even come out because I was like, man, this dude's he's gonna know I'm here, you know?
Yeah.
So they raided my mom's and they found me, bro, and they took me in. And so I went to placement. They sent me to a place called St. Catherine's in Corona. And then I was there for a little bit, AWOD. Got into some stuff there, I AWOD. And then I went back to the halls. And then they sent me to another, like a group home in Apple Valley out there by Victorville. I was there. I went to high school out there, to the real high school in Apple Valley. And it was a lot of dudes from LA out there, I remember, bro. And we were having racial tension at school. There was a lot of racial tension with the blacks, bro. And we even had a riot right there at the high school. A little kid, bro. We got into it out there. And then shortly thereafter, I ended up AWOLing from there. And I went back. I think I went back to my neighborhood for a little bit, and then I ended up back out there with my mom. And then I got busted again, and they sent me to a place called ROP, which is like a boot camp type thing for juveniles out there in Nevada. And I stayed there for like, I don't know, at least almost 2 years. It's like 3 levels. You start out like in a boot camp, and then it's like snowing, bro. You're in the mountains. It was crazy, bro. That was the first time I ever seen a northerner, and because they never sent LA County guys, they only sent San Diego, San Bernardino, and Imperial County, and then ended up out there. You know, just getting into it, bro, regular stuff, you know what I mean, fighting, all that stuff, and then you move to the second level, and then the third level is like a group home. So I was living out there in a place called Camp Connell, bro. It was in the Sierra Nevadas up there, up north by Angels Camp. So I was going to a high school called Bret Hart, bro. I remember in Angels Camp. And then, so I was 16, and then I ended up AWOLing from there, bro. I actually came on a home pass, and we were on the boulevard, bro. And I remember one of my homies got killed right there on the boulevard, right by the Tommies. And I was supposed to catch a plane the next day, and I missed my plane because we were at the hospital like all night. And then I missed my plane. So when I finally got back, I woke up in the middle of the night, bro, and I heard them saying they were gonna regress me, send me back to the boot camp. And I was like, man, I ain't going back to that. That place was horrible, bro.
How was that boot camp? Tell me about that boot camp.
That boot camp was like, it was.
So hold on real quick. Let's paint the picture real quick, bro. Okay, so it's a boot camp for kids that are just fucking up, plain and simple, right?
You're in the middle of nowhere, bro. You're in the mountains.
And it's a court-ordered boot camp.
It's a court-ordered.
And what ages are in this boot camp?
All the way up to 17.
17
From probably like 13 to 17.
13 to 17. And so what is their, like, sending them to a boot camp? Boot camp obviously kind of explains itself, the name, right? Defines itself.
Yeah.
I mean, what is actually taking place in this boot camp?
The reason I call it boot camp, that wasn't the name for it, but I call it that because it's the same thing that would happen like in a military where it's all working out, bro. You run, 3 mile runs every day. If you when you get into it, you fight. They send you to a place called specials where you do even more intense. You gotta work out for hours, bro, to get out of there. And you can choose not to, but they'll put you in like a little hut, and over there is snowing, bro. So you'll just be in your boxers, and they'll leave you in that like a little house, bro. So you want to work out. It's cold, bro. It's real cold. So
it's a form of punishment.
It's a form of punishment, yeah. So you gotta go. You gotta work your way out. And what I mean by work your way out, you gotta literally work your way out by doing these intense exercises, like crazy stuff, bro. Like
basically following suit, following the program.
Yeah, like like the routines. That was the first time I ever did burpees. I already knew about burpees because of that, bro. Because
yeah.
So anyhow, it was it was a crazy time, bro. I'm glad that I went through it because it actually instilled a lot of discipline in me, bro. As far as to run 3 miles, bro, is not that easy, you know. I ended up loving to run, bro. Running, I remember my best time was like 16:52 or 9, something like that. A 3 mile run, that's a good time, bro.
Okay.
You know, just doing stuff like that, bro. You know, running around, working out, and you're in the middle of nowhere, bro. You're in the middle of nowhere. You can't. They'll let you escape, but you ain't gonna escape from there, bro. There's wild coyote. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna dehydrate, bro. Like it was Schurz, Nevada. It was a place called Schurz, Nevada, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that was pretty much.
How was the food right there? If they're working the kids out so hard,
the food was bomb, bro.
Okay, at least they're giving the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, what's bomb food? I mean, you've been through all the institutions. When we'll get to that soon. But so if you're gonna say the food's bomb, then
bomb food is for in there. You know, big old hamburgers, bro. Big old enchiladas. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like rice, being like a full course meal. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember these like taquitos, guacamole, like bomb food, bro. Like the best.
Is it a federal funded or state funded?
It might be
federal funded.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because usually institutions that are federally funded, for some reason, they got good food.
And the dudes that ran it were all ex-military.
Oh,
so that's why I mean, like they're like boot camp, you know what I mean, like type thing.
That's kind of cool though, bro.
It was cool, yeah.
That's kind of cool. You got military dudes running that shit. It's a little different than oppose some dude that filled out an application to be a staff dog.
Yeah.
You know, like these dudes are, they're respected dudes, right?
Yeah. When I look back in hindsight, like I said, I'm glad that I went through it, bro, because it was a good experience, bro, as a kid, you know?
Well, growing up without a father, you needed that, low key.
That, yeah.
Discipline.
Yep. I didn't know that at the time, but now, like I say, a lot of good things were instilled in me, bro. And I thank God, bro, for a lot of that, because if I was out here, I probably wouldn't even go to school. Like, a lot of these places that I was at, I was still going to school. And I was learning, bro. I was learning. I always liked learning, bro. Like, even though I was a bad kid, I liked just soaking it up, bro, and learning. I always been an avid reader and stuff like that. So it was good, bro. It was a good little experience. But back to the story, I had an AWOL from there because, like I said, I got there. I was supposed to take a plane, and they took it real serious, bro. I didn't make it in time, and I woke up. It was a trip, bro. I woke up like at 2 a.m, and I heard the staff saying that they were gonna send me back to that boot camp. So naturally, I was like, I'm not going back there, bro. I'll be stuck over there. I was already ready to graduate. Like in about 2 months, I was gonna be done with the program. And I worked my way up, bro. When I first started, I was, fighting, all that, bro. Where I remember you used to have to earn 100 days. Once you earn that 100 days, then you get out of the desert. So my first probably like 4 or 5 months, I wasn't earning nothing, bro. Like I'll earn like 30 days, and then you get in a fight, and then you lose it. So it was like you gotta earn your way out, bro. And I was like, I ain't gonna go back over there. So I ended up AWOLing, bro. I remember I had one of my girls, ex-girlfriends that I met in high school out there. I called her up, bro, and I told her, hey, I set it up, planned it out, bro, and she came, and I straight escaped, bro. I threw my bags down the window of the 2-story, and she picked up my bag. I actually escaped from the high school. She picked up all my stuff. I went to school the next day, and I think after first period, I was gone, bro. It was up there by, I tried to catch a Greyhound from Stockton or Modesto, and I missed the bus, bro. I was right there, hugging and all that, and I missed the bus, bro. I remember running out, and I ran out in the middle of the street like, hey, and the bus driver was like, that's it, you know what I mean? I'm gone. So I went back, and I told her, and she's like, you know what? I'll drive you back. She drove me all the way back to my neighborhood, bro. I went straight back, and they thought I kidnapped her, bro. They put an APB out on us, bro. From San Francisco all the way to San Diego, they put an APB out on us, saying, I told her to call her mom, but they still thought that I took her, bro, like I kidnapped her or something.
Yeah.
And
My daughter wouldn't do this.
Yeah, bro. So
Get K9, get a mic, please. He's got a mic too right there. That we got him right there.
Is that in camp? Is that where you learn the term AWOL or
AWOL? Yup, that was the first. No, actually, I learned it. I learned that
in juvenile halls.
In placement, bro. Actually, yeah, probably in the halls because
let me ask you a question, bro. I might be a bad listener right now, but how did you end up north? Was that that's not the boot camp, is it?
Yeah,
that's the boot camp.
Well, I ended up because it's 3 levels. I was in Nevada.
Okay, that's why I got confused.
And then from there, you go to a second level in Nevada, and then after that second level, you end up in either like a halfway house, and it could be either in Nevada or in California. I ended up in a place called the Varsity House, which is in that place where I told you, Camp Connell.
Okay, which is up north.
Up north in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Ah,
yeah.
Damn.
And then you got to drive down the mountain to go to high school in Angels Camp, bro. It was a trip. My childhood, bro, I look back now, bro, I'm like, man, it was a trip.
Sounds like a Rocky movie, dog. Remember when he was training to fucking fight the Russian dude, bro?
You know what's funny, bro? I was looking up my last name, and it goes back and it has like a name. It means rock, right? Pedroza, and then it said at the bottom, it said Rocky. So I was tripping out that you said that, bro, right now. Rocky.
Frequencies, baby. Okay. So she drives you straight to your neighborhood. Mm-hmm. How old are you at this time?
16.
16. Mm-hmm. I mean, she drives you to your neighborhood. I mean, what the hell are you going to do in your neighborhood at 16 years old, bro?
I went straight to my homie's house because they were already looking for me at my mom's. So I went straight there. And I remember just, we spent the night, together. And then in the morning, we kind of just checked her car, checked the oil, all that, and sent her back home. That was the last time I ever seen her, bro.
Damn.
And that was it.
Wonder where she's at right now. What's her name, bro?
I can't put her name.
Where is she at now?
We need her back.
Start looking her up on Facebook.
It would be really interesting of where she's at now, bro. What did she do with her life from this? Did she do it for the better? Did she change it? Or is she still doing the same old shit? Fucking, anyways.
My wife probably wouldn't be, too happy about that. So.
Well, we don't want you to get your ass beat when you get home, bro. So we'll just drop it. So you go to your neighborhood, and that was cool. Your homies, they checked her oil.
Yeah, because I sure didn't know how to do it,
Yeah.
So yeah, sent her on her way, and then I was just back in the hood, bro. That was it.
With the military mindset.
Yeah, with the boot camp mindset, bro.
Yelling at all your little homies.
Yeah.
All the homies, all the peers. What are we doing from there?
From there, I hit the county, bro. I hit the county, started hitting the county. I hit the county at 16 because of that whole situation. I gave them an alias. That's why in that flyer you made, for those who don't know, they're probably, if they know my name is Pedroza, but it says Gonzalez, J Gonzalez on that.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah, bro, that's the alias. That's the alias. When I got busted, I remember getting pulled over, and they pulled us over, and the first name that popped in my head was George Gonzalez, and so I gave them that name, and they let us go. But shortly thereafter, I got busted, and that's the name I gave them, bro. And my homies too were like, just give them a fake name so you go to the county with us,
Yeah.
Went to the county, bro, 16 years old.
That's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing about getting busted in L.A. Like, they ain't gonna trump charges on giving a fake name, because everybody gives a fake name. But I went to Arizona and gave a fake name. They trumped me charges, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They trumped me charges, and they weren't playing, bro.
And back then, they didn't have the computers. They didn't have the system they have now.
Yeah.
They only had the fingerprints, the I guess the papers, but they didn't have the machine where now you do the fingerprints and everything pops up.
Well, it blew my mind when I got busted. I think it was in 2009, 10, something like that, bro. I got busted in Cypress Park, bro. Mm-hmm. Fuck. And I gave him a different name, bro. And they're like, nah, you're fucking lucky. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I've never met that dude in my life. You know what I mean? Like, stone cold face, bro. Poker face, bro. You know what I mean? Never met that motherfucker in my life. But I think anyways. And so another hood on there, like, fool, we know who you are. Stop playing with us. You know what I mean? Stupid. And And another hooter pulled up, bro, with the fingerprint thing, bro. That's the first time I ever seen like a fingerprint
in
thing.
the car.
Pulled up with a fingerprint thing, like just like a cell phone almost, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know they had that.
And they hit me with that, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're like, shit, we got him. Stop playing. Okay, so 16 years old, you go in the county, bro.
Yeah.
And so what do you go to the county for at 16 years
I went
old?
for it was a bogus kidnap. It was a false imprisonment. Actually, no, it was kidnap at first. Then it got dropped to false imprisonment. But we were in the car, bro, and this dude was giving us a ride, and you know, the gaffled us up, you know, and one of them things comes flying out the window, and
one of them things, huh?
Yeah, and so they pull us over, bro, and you know, they gaffled us up, took us in. And I'm thinking we're just busted for that, right? I wake up at the Temple City Sheriff Station, bro. You know, in the little tank, you know, I woke up, bro, and they're, you know, to sign for your stuff. And I see on the paper and it says kidnap, bro. I was like, what? So what happened was the cops, the sheriffs, they made the dude, they basically coerced him into saying that we kidnapped him. Otherwise, they would have took him in with us because that was his car.
It's a good alibi.
Yeah, and so he
all frilled out,
and he went along with it.
Kidnap me.
Yeah, and he didn't. I don't think it came out of his mind, bro. I think they were like, well, if you don't say this, you're gonna, you know what I mean?
So it came out of him, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's one of your homies, so you don't want to fuck.
No, he wasn't a homie. He
Okay.
was just some regular dude.
Yeah.
That lived there, you know,
Yeah.
resident. But
I mean, it's always kind of like with the residents or just the regular fools. That, hey, dog, give me a ride over here, and you lie to them about what you're giving a ride for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then,
I mean, so you don't really get mad at them about it. You're like, I knew that.
Oh, I was mad at them.
Yeah. I mean, but it's kind of like a given, though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro, they're gonna break this dude.
Yeah,
dog. It's easy, dog.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but we ended up fighting that kidnap, bro. But good thing is he didn't show up. He didn't show up to court. We were going to trial, bro, and they dropped the case. So that was my first time in the county, bro. That was the first time.
16 years old.
16 years old, yeah.
How does a 16-year-old navigate through the LA County jail? What year are we talking?
94.
94.
Yeah, 94.
16 years old, bro.
Yeah. 94, 95.
I mean, that's some shit right there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, just being in the neighborhood growing up, you're already kind of laced up, you know, a little bit. You know?
Because the neighborhoods are like sororities, right? I mean, there's
fraternities.
all fraternities. Thank you.
Sorority.
Is sororities females?
Yeah.
Sorry, dog. Never been to college. All right, but I do got a college degree though, baby. Fraternities. Thank you, Casey. And so within fraternities, there's all ages.
Yeah.
Right. Growing up, and so go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
So I mean, like I said, bro, you already kind of know the ropes a little bit. You know, I going through the halls, going through the system, you kind of know how to kind of navigate through some stuff. But nah, it was definitely, it was still a little. I don't want to use the word scary, but it was still like
intimidating.
Yeah, cause I was young, bro. I was a little kid, and I was still growing. I was like the smallest dude there, bro. So you know, but I adapted real quick, bro.
You would be a liar if you said you weren't intimidated for going to LA County Jail at a young age. I went there when I was 18, bro, and I was intimidated, bro. Yeah. But then once I got, you know what I mean, a couple nights, you're like, shit, I got this shit.
Yeah, you get used to it, you adapt, and you already know back then. When was the first time you hit the county?
95.
Same time.
Central Juvenile Hall to Glass House to downtown LA.
They still
baby.
Had money, all that, yeah.
And it was getting phased out. It was getting phased out, but you were still able to have your tennis shoes and shit, dog. Yeah, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it was cool. That's another thing I'm grateful for, bro. Going through the county at that time, just picking up everything you pick up, because lo and behold, I was gonna have a career in that lifestyle, bro. You know, so it was a trip, bro. It was a trip. You know, remember back then you used to be able to go from like the 3,000 floor to like the 9,000 floor.
Yeah.
You used to be able to go
jump the line.
Yeah, hey, where's the homie?
Wiggle around.
Yeah, wiggle around, bro. You be like, hey, where's, you call someone in the neighborhood, hey, where's so and so? Oh, they're over there in the 4,000 floor. All right, just time we'll go over there. Boom.
Yeah.
And
but if you get caught,
Yeah, if you get
doing that shit.
Remember the deputies back then?
Flashlight treatment,
flashlight therapy, homie. 101.
And they were back then. They were all corn fed, bro. They were all big old dudes. Now, like they'll hire anybody, but back then, they were all big old dudes.
Yeah,
bro.
a big old fucking corn fed, sexy white dudes, and they all wore speedos, dog. You know what I mean, fucking pecs just pop, 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 pop. You know where you're at? Pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean, like damn, dog. Shirts. Why you gotta flex that fucking those titties like that, dog? Pop, 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 pop. Sorry, dog. Go ahead.
So yeah, bro. It was definitely an experience, bro. You know, just everything, bro. The riots, bro. Back then, I remember my first riot was in the 9,000 floor. I was telling one of my homies yesterday, bro. In the 9,500, bro. 9,500, and it was just the sound of it, bro. Like it was like right now how they say a hurricane, but it was, you know, that was a real hurricane, you know, like
that was a human hurricane.
Yeah,
so, fucking.
And then back then they'll put you in the hallway, bro, on your knees, facing the wall, bro. Like after, and they'll separate us, right? They'll separate the Mexicans and the blacks, and they'll have us with our hands behind our back on our knees, bro, for hours, bro. And if you move, you ain't gonna move. You know what I mean? You don't want to move, bro. Like, and as a little kid, bro, I was like, dang, bro, like,
you gotta learn how to be
where am I? You know, I should have never lied about my age.
You gotta learn how to be a statue real quick.
Yeah, bro. So it was definitely a learning experience, but looking back, it was, you know, it was a good little college. It was college for us, bro. You know,
9,500.
Yeah.
Rick, you ever hit 9,500?
Nah, my first time in the county was in 2000. I passed it up. I went to the state first. I went straight from juvenile hall to the state.
Can I scoot a little over there so you get in the camera too, baby boy? Yeah. K Nizzle's in the casa, baby.
That's right.
He's back from the vet.
He's back from the veterinarian. He's been there for like fucking 2 months.
Yeah, that was the first time though.
Was that was already like a trustee or?
Nah, I don't know. I went to 2,800. Like my first time in the county, I went to 2,800. So I was right there.
Okay. Bro, I got the fucking red carpet, the blue carpet treatment, dog. Cause my first time in 9,500, homie, they were like, "Hey, homie, come over here," and they had this fucking bunk tented up, dog. And next you know what, I'm in the powwow, we're smoking crack, homie. You know what I mean? I was like, shit.
That's true, bro. Remember the bunks? It'll be. You know, fools be slamming over here, dudes smoking over here.
Shit, homie. I was like, fuck it, dog.
The cells, bro, actually, like the 2,000 floor.
Yeah.
One cell, you know what I mean? You got probably like the blacks shooting dice or playing cards. And over here, you got, you know, dudes, like I said, slamming, whatever. Over here, smoking rock. You know what I mean? Like,
I always tripped on black dudes shooting dice because what they would do is they would make the dice out of like the rolling. They have the deodorant have the roller on it. Remember that it had the ball?
Yeah,
and they shaved that ball down, bro.
Fireballs.
Yeah. No, not fireballs. It's a clear deodorant.
The ball from the deodorant, from the roll-on.
Yeah, it was like a roll-on. It had a ball in it, bro. Yeah. And they would shave it down, and they would put their thing, and they would shoot dice on it. Yeah. But, you know, it was always a trip because I was never like, it wasn't our thing to play dice, bro.
Yeah.
But it was always cool to watch them dudes. It was always like a movie. It was always like a movie watching the brothers play dice because it was just like a movie. Anytime you see it in the movie, and then fools are like, "Hey, my nigga, give me that shit, bow, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa," and they rolling dice and they aggressively playing, especially when you got black fools that are gang members, like they and you know, and then there'd be some beef over them fools, and man, I give it to them dudes, dog. You know what I mean? Because they've always, that shit was just entertaining to watch it from afar as a homie and be like, man, these fools are really getting at it.
You know what else I tripped out on, bro? The whites, bro. Remember how it was back then? They didn't have no rights, bro. Like
it sucked for them, bro.
You know what I mean? Still kind of like that for them.
It sucked for them, but during that time,
back then was bad, bro. They wouldn't even be walking. They'll be walking with no shoes. Like.
But you can go. I was in East Max in '95, bro, and I was in a dorm, and there was a bunch of white boys in it, bro, and they all got respect, bro, like mad respect. Solid, and there was a group of them, bro. They were skinheads, bro. They were like solid white boys that had done time, bro. And I was in a riot with them dudes, bro. And front line on it, I'm fucking chunking with these dudes. I look to my right, I look to my left. Who is it? It's these crazy ass fucking white boys, bro, getting it, bro.
Yeah, there was a few. Yeah, there was a few that already, they've been through that and they'd have that respect,
But if you happen to be a regular white dude that kind of DUI and you go through that bitch on me, oh my God, dog.
It was bad, bro.
You just pray for that man right now. Right? This is one of them. He gonna get it. So, 16 years old, you're in there, you're fighting this case. What turns out with that case?
So I like I said, he didn't show up to. We were gonna go to trial. He didn't show up, so they dismissed us, bro. We walked right out. But I was right back in there a month later, bro. A month later, got busted for a robbery. And then that was the first time I ever went upstate.
So you went upstate for a robbery. How old are you now?
Now I was 17, I believe.
17. Yeah. So you stayed out for a month, like you said.
Yeah.
Back in at 17.
Well, I was probably still, I don't know. I don't know the months. 16, 17, but I know when I hit the state, I was 17. So, yeah. It was.
You hit state at 17 years old?
I hit state at 17, yeah.
Wow. I thought I was a young buck, 18 years old in the state, bro.
Yeah.
Because the homies will really let you know, like, dang, you little young, like, And it's kind of like I hate to say it, bro, but it's kind of like a rite of passage almost, or kind of like, I'm this young here already type of thing.
Yeah.
But you went in at 17, so that's interesting. Where was the first place you went to at 17 years old?
I went to I went to reception, and then I went to the hole from there, and then I went to Calipat. Level 4.
Okay, level 4. I mean,
it was a transition. They were. I think right when I left, they were already transitioning because they overrode me. I had level 4 points. And then they that yard, I think it was C yard Calipat. I think later on it became a 3 yard. They've always flipped it back and forth. But
why did they give you so many points at 17 years old? Why would they throw a 17-year-old kid on a 4 yard, bro?
Because I went to the hole. In
reception.
In reception, yeah. We another riot, man. We kicked off a riot and ended up in the hole. And then in the hole, I started getting into stuff. And you know what I mean, like. Just little stuff, bro. Regulations, cell extractions, stuff like that. Okay. So my points shot up.
That explains it all, sir. Yeah. For sure, we're going to fire camp. Yeah. You fucked that off.
Yeah, I was actually endorsed when I was in the dorms. I was endorsed to go. I don't know, somewhere like that, bro. Like a fire camp or I don't know what it was.
You could have had an easy living, bro.
Yeah.
You could have had easy living, bro.
Yeah. So that was but the good thing is I always did little short terms. I always did little short terms,
Yeah.
I never got at that age I never got straight, so I was just in and out, bro. Centinela, Delano A Yard, the main line, Corcoran, the old Corcoran, new Corcoran, the 180, the Tehachapi 180, Chino. Violations.
So how many times are you going in and out with these little times?
I went in and out probably 4 or 5 times, bro. 4
or 5 times until you caught a real case? Not a real case, but a big case?
So where there was like a transition was in 2003. I went on a high-speed chase. I think I had mentioned it before. I went on a high-speed chase, right there on, is it Valley, where the 710 starts? Yep. I remember it was my birthday. I remember everything through dates. It was my birthday, 2003. It was Thanksgiving. We were up to no good early in the morning, bro.
You and your homies?
Yeah. And we were coming from Alhambra area, and the Alhambra PD got right behind me, bro. And there was kind of nowhere to run. And I remember my homie was supposed to get off and jump off, with the thang, and he didn't. There was nowhere to run, bro. So I was like, let's go, high speed chase, bro, and got away, man. We got away, bro. We were hiding for one of my homies, they caught him, and then me and my little homie, we got away. We were hiding for a while, bro, in the backyard, and then some lady came out and she told us she told them where we were at, bro, and we ended up getting busted. So I ended up getting 32 months with 80 that time. for evading and the strap. Well, they eventually dropped that the gun charge, but I picked up another case in Centinela. Once again, it was cracking right there in D-Yard with the blacks, and then I was 2 months to the pad, bro. 2 months to the pad, and I picked up another case for a weapon. I went to the hole, bro. I stayed there for like a year, bro. Probably a little bit over a year. I ended up maxing out, and then I ended up in Tehachapi in the 180. And then got into some stuff there, went to the hole there, and then I ended up in the 180 in Corcoran, Sat F and C Yard. And then I was there for a little bit, I don't know, like 6 months, and then and they cracked. I remember, bro, they cracked my. I put in some paperwork to get some time back or something like that. And
602.
Yeah, and it was a surprise release, bro. They cracked my door on January 1st of 2008. They cracked my door open, and we're on lockdown, bro. We're on lockdown. I remember, and they opened the door, and you know when you're on lockdown, you're more on your toes when they crack the doors open, bro. So I remember me and my cellie, we jumped off, bro, like, and we look. It was just our door. We look first. We look on a tier, and then we look, and the tower's like Gonzalez. I'm like, what's up? They're like, roll it up. You know what I mean? Release. I was like, what? I was like, me? Like, yeah. You want to go home? Like, I told my cellie. I told him, keep everything, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gone, bro. And
shout out to the dudes that be packing their TVs after some shit like that.
Yeah, bro. That's.
I seen some fool take toilet paper home, bro.
Yeah.
Taking it home,
bro. You never know what you might have to take a shit on the way home, bro. That's when you know you ain't got a motherfucking ride to the crib, bro. Shit.
Fools be getting beat up like that.
Yeah,
For
bro.
real, they be beating them fools up.
Yeah.
Shit. You see that fool on the side of the road walking with fucking shower shoes and socks on. Oh shit. I mean, doing so much time in a hole, can one get used to being locked and confined in such a small restricted space? I mean, how did you deal with that?
So now
for people to understand.
So now that I look back, it definitely takes a toll on your mental health, but obviously, us, what I mean by us is homies, Mexicans, we have a certain program where we do stuff to keep our minds off of stuff, and that helps, bro, the working out.
Well, let's say this, bro, but just pivoting off of what you're saying, bro. Can you imagine if there wasn't no program in there, bro, and you were just up to your own fucking thoughts?
Well, there's dudes that are like that. I've seen them transform from one day to the next where they just flop out, bro.
I mean, thank God for a program, right? Yeah. A program in the system, bro. Yeah. Hey, check it out. I'm not glorifying nothing, but I'm just saying if there was no program in the California system for any race, right? Because all races have somewhat of a program. Homies probably have a whole lot more, a lot more thicker foundation when it comes to programs in the system, right?
I'm grateful for it though, bro.
100%,
right?
Bro.
That like the just the structure that we've had and still have, I guess, in there, but it definitely helped, bro. It really helped. But even though with that being said, I know that it really affected me, bro. It affected me to where you have, even still to this day, bro. To this day, I haven't been incarcerated for 10 years, bro. And up to this day, I still feel the effects of a lot of that, bro.
Check it out real quick. Let me say this, man. So, you know what, bro? I'm a burned out motherfucker. Like, I forget a lot of shit, dog. From the drugs.
Tell us something we don't know now.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. Yes. Okay. But what's so crazy about it is he was episode 58, right? We're in
228.
228. And so I still remember the conversations that I had with him at episode 58. We were talking about anxiety. We were talking about planes. We were supposed to, me and the homie right here, Sticks, Isaac, we were supposed to go to some skydiving thing, bro. It's an indoor skydiving
still waiting.
Me too, fucker. No, I know. I said I'd pay for it and all this shit. We're going to make it happen, bro. We're going to make it happen. Let's go. I think we have a...
When the hurricane's over, bro.
No, yeah.
We'll go outside right now.
It's not going to be till the end of next year. No. But no, me and Isaac... Sticks talked about it, and because there's a spot in Ontario, I think, that has indoor skydiving. It has indoor skydiving, and so me and you are still going to do that. Yep. And now the Hoodstocks platform is going to fund us for all of us to do it, including big homie right there on the sofa, dog. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's enough air for you. They're going to pick your ass up. You know what I mean? You know, that's like picking up a tow truck or something. That's
you start working out, you're going to start busting down.
Yeah, you brought your bodyguard with you, bro. Yeah. Shout out to the homie from Bassett. Bassett in the casa, man. Baby. Bassett Grande. Don't play with it. We're going to still do that. But it's crazy, bro, because I have these conversations and there's such important, intimate conversations, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that it helps me. I mean, I'm just saying, bro, like, I really cherish these conversations, bro. Yeah. Like, they mean something to me, bro. It's not like, and then I forget about it, bro. Like, no, bro. So we're going to still do that. But we talked about the effects of doing time. Like I think back then I was telling you about I was taking freight elevators.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Remember?
Crazy.
I was taking freight elevators.
I don't know how you did that.
And he told me that he couldn't do it. See,
I still couldn't do it.
So at the time, I believe I was in the union already, and I was telling him about taking freight elevators to like the 32nd floor in downtown LA, and it's just a bunch of construction workers packed in the freight elevator with their lunch boxes, butt crack of dawn, taking the elevator up, and sometimes I would have flashes of anxiety because I am packed in this small space like sardines, bro. Yeah. You know, and so the effects of being stuck in a cell. Right? Yeah. This is the aftermath.
Even just being around people sometimes, bro. Just being isolated so much. Just like big crowds of people. I mean, obviously I'm a lot better, but some of that still tries to creep in, bro. Like there's just something about it where you kind of like, you still got to scope it out, bro. You always like, you know, kind of like on your toes type of thing. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
Just, you know.
Bro, my girl and my kids, they like to go to the Pomona County Fair. Mm-hmm. All right? And so this time, I usually don't go with them, but this year I went with them, and I was like, man, why are we paying for this, love? I'm telling my girl, like, babe, why are we paying for this shit? Like, we moving like cattle, homie. This shit is jam-packed, bro. And to this day, bro, I'm honestly, I'm uncomfortable with it, bro. Yeah. I'm uncomfortable with just being packed, and then we're getting in lines. We're moving like cattle to get in one line, to get in another line, to get in one line, bro. Mm-hmm. And my anxiety levels, bro, I have a good grip on them now. And so it's easier for me to be in these environments, bro. But before, nah, bro.
You know what? I'm actually a lot better. I remember the conversation. I'm way better, actually, than I was back then. When we did that, what was it, episode 58?
58.
I was struggling, bro. Like I would have these crazy episodes, bro, where I feel like my dang heart's about to blow up, bro. Like you know what I mean? I can't breathe, bro. I start tripping, bro, mentally. But now, good, bro. It still tries to creep in, but I'm, as far as that, the anxiety, I'm pretty cool, bro.
Have you dealt with it with any medication?
No, I remember. I think I mentioned it when the last time I took the medication one time, bro. One day. I don't know what they put in that stuff, bro. You mentioned I think Xanax, but not that. It was some other stuff, and that stuff, bro. I believe it's straight poison, bro. It made me start having crazy thoughts, bro. Like tripping, bro. And I was like,
you got to go through different medications to figure out which one is gonna help you out. And if you're not about that, bro, and you feel like I was
getting anxiety just thinking about taking the medication.
Yeah, so then it's not for you, 100%. You know what I mean? Like me personally, like I've found something that has helped me cope with, you know, my past life, which is drugs and all the above, right? Mm-hmm. But anyways,
that's another element, bro, in our lifestyle. The lifestyle that we lived, right, is the street life, isolation, prison, all that stuff, and then the drugs. The drugs plays a role too, bro. The drugs does something to you, you know. Thank God for jail, right? Because when you're in there, you're not really like, I mean, you can still do drugs in there, but like out here, you could just be on one, bro, for years.
Yeah.
But in there, you kind of take a break. So I'm glad that I had those little vacations, bro, because it does.
Well, the Lord saves, and so does prison. Time save. You know what I mean? You know, saves. You know, saves motherfuckers. Hey, you need a time out. But so this time, you had caught a case. You're getting ready to get out. You caught a case. Mm-hmm. How much time did you get on top of that?
You know what, bro? They were trying to not strike.
No,
me
wait,
out.
hold on. No, no. You getting released from the hole. There we go. That's where we're at, right?
No, I got released from SATF from Corcoran.
Okay, when they unlock, when
they cracked the door, I got out, and I don't know what I took, bro. What did I take? I took I think a little train. I think I took like a train to Bakersfield, and then from there I think I took a Greyhound or something. And then I right here to LA. I don't know. I forgot where, bro. And then my sister picked me up. And I didn't have at that time, bro. I already had in my mind like I wanted to do good. I was already tired of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get away. I had nowhere else. I had a 602 Sacramento because they didn't want to let me move out the county, bro. I wanted to live with my sister in Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to let me, bro. So I had a 602 them, and I basically told them like, look, I'm trying to change. You guys are trying to keep me in the same environment. You know, parole's supposed to be about rehabilitation, right? I think by then they already had the CDCR rehabilitation part that they added later, and basically they couldn't say no, bro. Like, you know, I was pretty good at that stuff, bro. Like writing and they granted it, and I finally moved out, but. Man, I was little by I was going back to the hood, bro, every day, you know what I mean, driving. I was only out a month and a half, bro, until February 14th was the day that everything changed, bro. I went to go see my parole officer in Ontario, and I remember walking in, and this girl, she was behind she worked there, right, one of the secretaries. I could feel her, bro, like she was trying to tell me something. And I'm like,
run, motherfucker.
Yeah, bro, for real.
Yeah.
But I didn't catch it. Like, I knew she was trying to tell me something, but I was just like,
Let's take a break real quick.
All right.
And we're going to tell what she was trying to tell him.
Let's do it.
We'll be right back, guys.
Hoodstocks podcast is also brought to you by Origin Bakery Equipment, your one-stop shop for all your bakery and restaurant equipment needs. Home base to wholesale commercial bakeries, new and used equipment. Check it out. Follow them on Instagram at Origin Bakery Equipment LLC, or you can pull up on them in the city of South El Monte at 10441 Rush Street. Peep game. If you need commercial bakery equipment, these are our guys, and now these are your guys for the best prices. Hey, tap in. Hoodstocks podcast is also brought to you by Apish OG. Apish OG. Apish OG. Everybody say it with me. Apish OG. Follow them on Instagram at Apish_OG. You can buy it at OG Nation in the city of Maywood. Come get your flower edibles. One-stop shop for all your needs. Yes, sir. Hoodstocks podcast is brought to you by Lux Tattoos. No, it's not me. It's Lux. Lux Tattoos. I don't tattoo, but Lux Tattoos. Follow them on Instagram at Lux, LUXX_tattoos_. Hey, a lot of these cats have gone Hollywood. They were raised in a holy, beautiful home, structured with all the beautiful things. Man, tattoos originates from the streets, so make sure you get tattooed from somebody that's from the streets. Lux Tattoos. Love you guys. We out.
shit just getting crazier and crazier, my G. The streets are undefeated. Not trying to promote violence, just saying protect your family. To anyone trespassing on one man's life, take note. The devil is alive and well, but so is God. Choose one. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost.
I brought a gun with me, cause I'm ready for it all. Mama told me I was gifted, and I'm different from you all.
Yeah, pick the shells up, turn the hell up. Forever undefeated, the streets will fail us. Mom and pop screaming, God prepare us. Sometimes water comes in sand. God made the deal, I shook his hand like a man. Lucky you, my son, wipe the blood off those vans. Father, Lord in heaven, I'm a martyr to the brethren. I'm a burden to the reverend. Searching for significance, my spiritual endeavors. Every day I'm tested, every day corrected. My hands are in the air, God bulletproof vest me. Resurrect my senses, those were never bored. Lord, take me to your chamber. Teach me your ways out of love or with anger. I feel disgusted as I all up this musket. People taking lives out of ignorance is busted. They shooting up schools. Father with felonies, I got everything to lose. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost.
I brought a gun with me, cause I'm ready for it all. Mama told me I was gifted, and I'm different from you all. Forgotten soldier, I'm just a victim of war. It was the cans of Jack Mac that I ate on the yard. It was the welfare lines I was too proud to wait on. It was my little girl's neck wrapping umbilical cords. I carry on, cause glory wait on no man. How I look blaming you for the commitment I lack. You the type to keep a bitch after she fuck with your man. They try and kill the homie cause she gave up the ass. I walk in class, my style's elegant, I'm gangster. If it's making you uncomfortable, well homie get your cash up. Complaining the answer, go and put in some work. You got designer on, I got blisters that hurt for what it's worth. I don't hate on no man, but I'ma kill a motherfucker if he taking a stand. Not for the gang, but for the children that he left with no dad. Don't blame the devil where we from, Jesus died over a rap,
I
motherfucker.
stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost.
I brought a gun with me,
I got a gun with
I'm
me.
ready for it all.
I'm ready for it all.
Either
Come on, little man, with that little fucking raincoat you got on.
Garfield or Roosevelt. Probably Roosevelt.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's game time, babies. It's game time.
Read some of these comments. Let me read some of these comments.
Hit that like. Shout out to Bambi. Bambi, I got a Bambi. I have a hoodie for you.
Shout out to all the single moms.
Bambi.
See what we got. Hit that like and that subscribe. Yes. I.E. Food's packing a Lego gun. What do we got here?
Fucking Lego gun.
I got fat laces on my K-Swiss.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
805 Food's
all
got
good,
two
though, man.
dads.
805. What?
IE Food's got their boyfriend's handprints tatted on their wrists. Lucky gets free eyeliner from oil of LA.
Sometimes I want to get into it, but I don't want. I don't like.
Lucky splashes toilet water on his face when he's off them shrooms.
Toilet water, baby. I was in the bathroom right now, and you can hear the fucking rain coming down on that vent in there. Yeah, it's fucking.
IE Foods be riding little kids' bikes around the neighborhood.
Let's go. We good to go? We good, Casey?
Is Droops in here? Or?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's game time, baby.
Let's go.
Let's get it cracking, dog. Don't be making these dudes wait.
Shout out to
bro.
Straps, Cold Hearted Tattoos in the chat.
What up, Straps? See you, baby.
Johnny was tapped in for a little bit.
Johnny Chang?
Yeah, Johnny Chang.
Yeah, let's get Johnny Chang back, dog.
Who's Johnny Chang?
Huh?
Johnny
Chang.
Oh.
Yeah.
Reactions like Hillary, what all that kind of shit.
You know, one thing, last time I went with Johnny, and I gave him, some money, bro, and he fucking short-changed me. No?
Oh,
that ain't the one?
That's funny. That's funny.
Nah, only Casey appreciates some of my fucking horrible jokes.
No, they're good.
Dad jokes. I got dad jokes, crazy dad jokes. Because I'm a dad, bro. So you go into the pro office, and the girl, the receptionist, you feel like she's trying to tell you something.
Yeah, bro, and I just didn't catch it. I would have been gone.
Were you high?
Nah, I was sober, bro, but I didn't know, bro. I was just like, man, like like I knew she was trying to say something, but I didn't even trip, bro. So anyhow, I walk into the room, bro, and there was like right away I knew, bro, there was like 5-6 people in there. Usually it's, you know what I mean, just my PO, bro. And it was 2 homicide detectives. It was my PO, the guy that runs the office, and the detectives. No, the detectives, and then the sheriffs. I think 2 sheriffs, and they started trying to question me, bro. They started trying to question me about this case. It was a 10-year-old murder, bro, that happened right there in Rosemead, and they
10 years old.
It was a 10-year-old. This was in 2008, and the case happened. The crime happened in '98.
Wow.
It was a 10-year-old.
And
case
so there's no what is it called?
There's no statute of limitations
for a murder.
Yeah.
The only thing there's no statute of limitations is for murder, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So, they basically, and I've mentioned it before, bro, but they try to break me, you know what I mean? They try to break me, bro, and it wasn't just me, the names that were involved. There was other people that were already incarcerated for that same case, and they're trying to get me to flip and all that, bro, and that wasn't happening, bro. So they threw the cuffs on me, and they drove me straight to the Temple City Sheriff's from right there from the Ontario office, bro, and man, that was one of the horriblest feelings ever, bro.
So when it comes to one being interrogated by, obviously there's a couple different agencies right there, right? Or different segments in the law enforcement, right? Because it's basically just all, what's that?
Different entities.
Entities. Thank you, Rick. What would one, like, how was the interrogation? Like, what were they doing, bro? They're trying to get you to break.
They try to kind of sweet talk me first.
Yeah.
And say, oh, you're not under arrest, you're not in trouble, this and that. But we know that, you were involved in this, whoop-de-whoop. And without getting into too much detail, they try to turn me against one of my older homies, bro. And that was pretty much it. And then when I was like, I don't even know him, which I didn't, bro. I didn't even know him. And they were like, all right, well, now, you're getting close to being under arrest. We know this, we know that. This guy already said this, whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, look, man, I don't care what anybody said.
So they're like, arrest, unarrest.
Yeah.
It's on you. What do you want it to be?
Yeah, pretty much.
And a lot of cats would be like, that's easy.
Yeah.
Unarrest.
Yeah.
Not a lot of cats.
And there was a lot of, well, nowadays, yeah.
2023.
But there was a lot more, bro.
They'd be like 2023. I'm sorry for 2023. They'd be like, let me call my lawyer 6ix9ine real quick and see what he has. see what advice he has to give me.
Yeah, it was.
I had to squeeze that in. Sorry, bro. Go ahead.
It was just there was a lot more, like I said, in between. That they try to hit you with, bro. They said a lot of stuff, bro. Threw a lot of names out there, all that stuff, bro. But you already know. I already know the game, bro.
You didn't bite.
Yeah, like
you didn't bite. And by this time, I mean, you a G in the game, baby.
Yeah, like that. That wasn't the first time I had been in that situation.
Interrogated.
Yeah, they had went to prison actually to try to question me about that same case. They would take me out of the yard, bro. Because like I said, it was a 10-year-old case. They would take me off the yard, like pull me out into an office where I don't even know where I'm going, bro. And then boom, detectives are there, where they try to question me, bro. And, so it was, I already knew that my name was involved in all that, bro. So they arrested me, bro. They arrested me, and that was it. Spent the next 5 years in the LA County Jail.
5 years fighting that murder case in LA County Jail.
Yeah.
How did you spend it?
Man, bro, there was so much that happened. I mean, I represented myself for 3.5 years, bro. I was pro per, and that was my life in there too, bro. Like, aside from fighting the case, you're in there, bro, just living. You know what I mean? Surviving and just doing what we do, bro. And or what we used to do. But it was just so much, bro. So much that went in to that situation where relationships, letdowns, bro, going to different courts, just studying to get out of that situation.
Let me get a better understanding, brother. So there's already dudes that are already doing time for this murder. Is that correct?
Yes.
At the time.
There was one that had already pled guilty to the case.
Okay, but they're not. But the DA is not satisfied with that because they feel like there's more dudes involved, and so they got a hard on for this particular case.
Yeah.
And there's somebody within homicide detective, within the DA that are still pushing the issue. Mm-hmm. There's probably family involved that say, nah, maybe witnesses or something. No, you still haven't got all the dudes. Because a lot of times, I can't say a lot of times, bro, but I'll say this, bro. Sometimes when they get a conviction for a case, they'd like, in LA County, bro, they like to just put it on the shelf. Case closed. But this case is a little different. Yeah. That 10 years later, they're still pushing the issue on this case to snatch up supposedly the rest of the dudes that are supposedly allegedly involved in this case. You are one of them. So you're 5 years in the county, bro, fighting this case. Okay, you went pro per, but you told this story before, bro, but for the people that haven't heard this story, let's go through it again. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think it's interesting, bro. You get busted. Where you at in the county first time?
So I started out, of course, in Men's Central Jail in the county, and then I ended up in Wayside, I believe. And then from there, I remember I had went pro per, but it takes a while for them to grant your pro per status.
And what is pro per for the cats that don't know?
Pro per means you're a self-represented defendant where you want to be your own lawyer. And I actually had a couple attorneys, but they were no good. I remember my mom, she got me an attorney, but she only gave her a little bit of money, bro. So at first she was like, oh yeah, we got this strategy, this and that. And then she started switching up on me. I actually think that the DA turned her, bro, and because her whole demeanor flipped, bro.
The DA turned your mom against you?
No, the lawyer I had.
Oh,
she was
shit.
She was a female.
Yeah.
And her whole demeanor changed, bro. Like as far as
representing you.
Yeah, and I felt it, bro. I was like, man, hey, what's up with you, man? I thought we had all this strategy and this and that, and she just switched up. I believe that the DA probably, who knows, bro? They all know each other. Like they talk, bro. Yeah, they do lunch together and all that. So something probably happened where, they convinced her to just say, hey, leave this, this, we need this guy or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so
she was getting ready to take the money from your mom.
She did take some, yeah, and
dump truck on you in the courtroom.
Yeah, I think because the money wasn't right, and plus something probably happened. I'm just, guessing because I'm kind of going off of what I believed at the time. The money wasn't right, and probably something happened in the background that I didn't know about. So anyhow, I had to fire her. It's called, firing your attorney. I let her go, and I went pro per. And then I remember being in Wayside, bro, being in the hole in Wayside, and I was happy, bro, because they told me roll it up, bro,
from the county.
Huh? Yeah, they told me you're going to the county. I was happy, bro, because you've been the hole in Wayside in Supermax.
Yeah.
That's the worst hole you could be in, bro. Like, it's like a straight dungeon, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you get no action right there.
Yeah, no action.
It's sad, lonely.
It's sad. Yeah, no, you can't even have a pencil. You can't even have a pencil, bro. I remember that's where I first started writing like poetry, rhymes, and stuff on a toilet paper wrapper. Remember, the toilet paper wrapper, that green.
Yeah.
I remember that was the first time I ever wrote something with the little pencil that I had the trusty sneak me in.
I used to write on the walls with shit, my own shit, bro.
So yeah, bro. I was pretty happy, bro, that they cracked my door open and they took me back to the county. I believe pro per back then was $2,700, $2,500. and it's a single cell, and that's pretty much where it all started, bro. It's still mainline, but it's just a pro per module in the 3,000 floor.
And you have, talk about jailhouse lawyers, bro. I mean, you got some really knowledgeable dudes in there.
Yeah, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot of guys that they do their homework and they're fighting for their lives pretty much, bro. Like they're you know what I'm saying? They're fighting for their lives. And so I had to do the same thing, bro. I had to start learning, bro. Case law. Case law is basically cases that like legal cases that have happened in the past. You find things that are similar to your case, and you start studying that. You start lacing yourself up, reading law books, penal codes. They crack your door open every day for the law library. You go to the law library, they have a little computer, a little screen, and you just go in there. Your time's limited, so you go, you find what you need, you write it down. And I had what they call a legal runner, which was my ex, and they're able to bring you stuff to the county, like paperwork. So I used to get stacks of stuff, bro, and then I'll take it back to my cell and just read, bro. You know, I had that's all I had was time, right? So I just be reading, bro, taking notes. I used to have so many notebooks, bro, just filled up with stuff. So I learned my whole case, you know, and I started how do you call it, litigating my own case, bro, you know. But it was a crazy experience because the judge that I was under, it started out in Pasadena court, but they bonded us from Pasadena court to CCB because they didn't have the security for us.
Would that be like a change of venue or something like that?
They did it on their own because it ended up being straight blessing, bro. But they did it on their own because the security for us, there was 3 of us that were going to court, and there was me, and then my other 2 co-defendants were in high power, and they didn't have the security at Pasadena court to be able. They had to do too much basically to move all the transportation, everything. So CCB, they're a lot more I guess seasoned in that. So it's a lot bigger. They already, you know, they have the manpower and all that to be able to do it. So I ended up at CCB. I believe it was 107, bro, with Judge Bowers. He was an older black guy, and that guy, bro, he was bad, bro. He hated me, bro. I felt that he straight had a heavy dislike for me, bro. Because I mentioned it before, when you're pro per, they don't like that. You know, they don't like someone that's, you know, from the streets, you know, gang member, you know, tatted up, all this, and you're in there popping law at them, you know what I mean, and try to lace up the record and using all these case laws and all this stuff to where they went to law school, you know what I'm saying? They paid their dues, and so they try to do everything they can to dissuade you from being pro per. And this guy used to play these little mind games, bro, this little psychological warfare, little tactics he used to use against me, and it was tough, bro. It was real tough to be able to.
Like what kind of shit would he do?
So he would like interrupt me, like I'll start citing some case law or something, and he'll like interject, and he'll like say little things to try to
get you off your game,
me, yeah, and then try to get me like to
try to prove that you're out of your league,
to get angry. Yeah, he'll be like, well, what are you?
People don't understand though, like nobody wants us free more than ourselves. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna read all that, anything that got to do with our case, anything that we could think of that can help us with this stuff. We're gonna read everything that got to do with it. We're not skipping nothing. We're reading all.
And you know
shit.
What? That's exactly the case, bro. Because I'm not like boasting or nothing, but I was on it, bro. Like I was on it, and I was prepared. Every time I went in there, I knew what I was gonna say, why I had to say it, when I have to say it, and they don't like that.
Who taught you to do that, though?
I taught myself, bro.
You taught yourself.
Yeah, you teach yourself. You soak up game. Of course, when you're in pro per, you lace each other up. There was a lot of brothers, black guys that I used to, get close to, bro. Hey, ask questions. even homies, bro. Like homies that were already there.
Did you have any paralegals helping you out with any of the stuff too, or no?
I used to call. I actually had one that I kind of hired for only to get out of that courtroom.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother thing. I think I mentioned this last time.
They bring you a lot of different stuff too, right? Because they got insight on different cases that can help you with that kind of stuff.
Well, I had my legal runner, right? So I would find out what I need. She'll bring me everything. But the paralegal, I use this girl to help me draft up a motion to get out of that courtroom because that dude was violating my constitutional rights, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was already set to almost go to trial, and I was nowhere close to even
being ready,
bro.
Yeah.
Like I never even planned on going to trial by myself without a lawyer. But I was trying to go through the motions. I was trying to get my case dismissed because they arrested me with a fake arrest warrant. And,
oh shit!
And so I was attacking that arrest warrant, bro.
Yeah.
I found out a lot of stuff. They didn't even have a supporting affidavit. Anytime you have an arrest warrant, there's something called a supporting affidavit.
Yeah.
There was none. It didn't exist.
Wow.
And I
gotta show why they.
So it was,
and it has to be signed by a judge. It has to be stamped.
So it was illegal.
It was illegal arrest.
Yeah. So why are we moving forward on illegal?
Why are we moving forward? So I was
kidnapped.
It's like the fruit of a poisonous tree, right?
Well, yeah, that's a good one. That's exactly what. Yeah. So all that started happening, bro. Yeah, that's a case law, bro. I forget what it's called. But the case law. But yeah, bro. So I started attacking that. It's called attacking the veracity of the arrest warrant, and they didn't like that. I was uncovering stuff that wasn't supposed to be uncovered, and so I started going through all these motions, bro. Where was that? So
anytime you're showing why their shit is illegal on you, they hate that.
So he wasn't trying to fuck with the motions that you were setting up?
That's the thing. He wasn't allowing me to basically litigate my case. Like, and another thing, there was things missing from the record. The stenographer, I don't know if he was telling her to do it or she was doing it on her own, but she was keeping things off the record. It's all about lacing that record. Because what I mean by lacing the record is when you're in court, there's someone typing and they're recording everything that's being said in that courtroom. And so when you're saying certain things in that court, I can hear some background.
Somebody's microphone?
Okay, we're good. So
yeah, it was your fucking fault.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened.
You're like,
bro.
we're good.
Yeah.
I got background over here, sir. My bad.
So anytime you're trying to do that, there's a reason why you're putting that on the record. So I stumbled upon one of my proceedings where I seen that there was my arguments were missing from the record.
Yeah.
And so I put a motion I requested all my prior proceedings from every court date I had there, and I got it granted, bro. When I got that paperwork, I noticed that all my arguments, not all, but a lot of the main chunks, bro, where I was lacing up the record, it was missing, bro.
Wow.
And so that's when I hired that paralegal to help me get out that courtroom. And for those who don't know, you can't just up and leave a courtroom. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on. It's very hard to get out of a courtroom, bro. That ended up being like a straight miracle, bro, that happened in my life that if I didn't get out of that courtroom, I wouldn't be right here having this conversation with you,
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, that was a big thing, and even getting out of Pasadena court, if that didn't happen, it was a lot of little things that happened that kind of led to eventually where I'm at now,
And so you spoke on while you were fighting this case. You had a couple of your homies that were fighting the same case, and they were in high power.
Yeah.
Did you ever end up in high power?
Yeah, I ended up in high power. I don't know what year. So I got busted 2008. I think I ended up in high power probably like in 2010, maybe.
And what consists of high power? Why do they call it high power in LA County?
They call it high power because you're basically a high, I wouldn't say profile, but you're a high security risk to the jail for whatever reason. But I ended up there because I was going through, in the county, there was a lot of stuff going on. You know, I won't get too much into that, but there was a lot of things going on to where, you know, my name started popping up, you know, and not just my name, but a lot of homies' names, and they ended up snatching a lot of us up and taking us to 1750. There's two high powers. There was 17, I don't know how it is now, but back then it was 1750, and then you got the 3000 floor. I ended up in 1750, and that's actually where I stayed, bro, for the next, like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 years. And
so when you're in 1750 at the time, high power, what kind of caliber inmates are they keeping on these rows, these tiers?
You got everything from like death penalty cases, any high profile cases, anybody that's maybe been involved, you know, in the mainland with different stuff that they don't want going on, they'll snatch you up. Celebrities, you know what I'm saying?
Was there any celebrities in there while you were there?
Yeah, there was I think not on my roll. They keep them on a different roll, which is like we would consider it a no good roll, but it's F roll, where they had like I think Suge Knight, DMX, that dude that GMX was there for a couple of days. The guy that got busted for killing, or
Mendes brothers.
They were probably there before too, but the what's Michael Jackson? What's that guy? Oh, Conrad Murray, Lenny Dykstra, my boy. Shout out to Lenny Dykstra. He's an ex Major League Baseball player. Okay. That was my boy, bro. He didn't even want to be on that row. He requested. He's told him, nah, I want to go with the regular guys. And they put him with us, bro.
Did they?
Yeah, Lenny Dykstra. Shit. That's how he ended up being my boy, bro.
But why would he want to be? He's a Major League Baseball player. He's got no ties to the streets. Why would he not want to be in a?
There's a lot of weirdos. There's a lot of weirdos. You know what I mean? There's probably aside from celebrities, there's probably not probably there was rape. As a matter of fact, that dude what was his name? The Grim Reaper, Grim Sleeper, whatever.
I was about to mention him.
Yeah, that guy. He was there. So he was in there for some weirdo stuff, right? Raping, and they got other stuff,
killing probably prostitutes or some shit.
Yeah, but he was raping them too, I think. Right. And then you got child molesters, probably, just, you know, rats, you know, stuff like that. So he didn't want to. He knew enough not to want to be, you know, I guess they're housed with those kinds of people.
Within that company.
Yeah, so he ended up with us on G roll. I was on probably every roll except F roll in 1750. I ended up on G roll. G roll is a place, at the time it was the worst, probably the worst of the worst place you could be, because it was in 1750, but it was isolated from the rest of 1750, and it was the only place that had cameras right in front of your cell. So they're watching you 24/7.
Why would they? So this is different than all other high power. Mm-hmm. And so it sounds to me that these individuals are in this role that have to have a camera right in front of them are very, very high profile individuals.
Yeah.
I mean, why if you're in a single cell, why would you need a camera in front of your cell?
I don't know, bro. I think they just wanted to watch your every move.
I think it's. Oh, my bad.
Would they want to learn your habits? I mean, is the court documenting this shit?
I would believe so, bro. I believe so. What were you gonna say?
I think it's high power, like probably like high risk, because maybe they want they'll commit suicide or some shit.
It's not suicide, bro, right?
I believe that they wanted to just keep a close eye on everything that we did, and another reason they put there maybe is because of this. Because the reason I ended up there is because I was fighting the sheriffs on that paperwork because they came in and they try to make it turn it into a shoe. They try to make 1750 into a shoe. They took a lot of our rights, bro. They took even our visits, bro. They took our mail. They took a lot of stuff. And I was one of the main dudes pushing the paperwork. And I had an incident with the sheriffs. And shortly thereafter, they put me on G-roll. And so I'm thinking
conspiracy theories would say that that those cameras are in tuned with DA, maybe, bro.
Oh, I was thinking I would. That's what I believed. I mean,
even if emotion I apologize for cutting you out, bro, but even emotion was brought up using that type of shit, bro. I mean, it wouldn't be valid, right?
I believe but I believed for intelligence purposes. I believe that those cameras were connected to some type of agency, some type of alphabet agency, right? And they were just studying us, you know, and that's what I believe that they were.
Would you move different? Oh, when you got moved to that tier,
but you
bro,
know how to maneuver.
But so you would move different because damn, bro, that's gotta like. Talk about an invasion of privacy, bro. And we're talking about the littlest privacy that you can have in a system, bro. Yeah. It's a one-man fucking cell, and you're locked in there fucking, 23 hours, bro? Lucky all day, right? 24 hours. Lucky to get a shower once a week, maybe, whenever they call showers.
And the shower's right there, like right next, like right on the tier. Like, it's a cell. So, yeah, bro, I thought that they were... doing that, bro, like I said, for intelligence purposes, like watching us, studying us, learning our conversations, the conversations we would have on the tier, stuff like that, bro. And even you know, there was times where I used to be on one, bro. Like we would you know, we would go on one in there, and then, bro, I would go on these crazy trips. I'll be even looking deeper into it, bro, where you would see like Freeway Freddy. Yeah. And I'll be like, man, this fool probably got a camera, you know what I mean? Like this fool's on some recon, you know what I mean? Like crazy stuff like that, bro. But I believe definitely they were watching us. I didn't even drink their water, bro. Anybody that knows me, that was in there with me, knows for like the last 3 years, bro, I never drank that county water. I thought they were trying to
drink a lot of water.
I thought they were trying to I thought they were trying to, you know, get rid of me, bro. I thought they were trying to do, you know what I mean, like slowly.
You're talking about the water from the faucet?
Yeah, from the faucet, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I used to, because in the store you can buy water now.
Okay.
So I used to tell like homies, I used to trade them store for water, you know, or
wow.
Yeah, so and I would ration it. But I was on a whole nother trip, bro, because I really thought that they were trying to get rid of me, bro, because you know,
how does it feel to be in that mind state, bro? That you righteously, like you can put that on something, you can put that on God, that you righteously felt this.
Oh yeah,
you felt this. How does it feel to be in that mind state and be living like that, bro? What does that do to you?
It's a whole nother trip, bro. It's definitely not normal. It's not normal, bro.
Did other dudes feel like that were next to you, next door neighbors?
Honestly, bro, I never had that conversation.
So this was within.
You don't have.
So this was within your 2 years, then.
Yeah, this is something that I.
And was it something that you would be ashamed of to express this to neighbors? And we're talking about neighbors that are potentially high profile dudes that can see that as a weakness, maybe.
Not ashamed of, but just probably something that. Someone might be like, "Oh, this fool's tripping."
Yeah,
you know,
he's ready to check out.
Yeah, something like that. But I wouldn't. It was just something that cause see, at that time I considered myself. I was into a lot of the revolutionary stuff. I was into a lot of Black Panther stuff. You know how Malcolm X, a lot of that stuff where they came in and they destroyed them from within, and so I was on that trip where maybe an individual like myself. Or anybody, bro, that they might see that like he can be a threat, they're gonna try to get rid of you, type of stuff. So that's why my mind was like that, you know.
That's heavy, dog.
Yeah,
that's heavy, bro.
And I still feel that exists, bro. I believe that to this day, even someone like yourself, like someone that has influence. There's definitely people watching, bro, and there's definitely you know, things going on that are probably unspoken that we probably, but you know, I'm not afraid of that, bro. Like I'm even then, bro. Like I'm, you know what I mean. My life's in God's hands, bro. I don't look at it like that no more. But
it's a trip that you bring that up, bro. But you know, I'm not afraid of that either, and I'll tell you why I'm not afraid of that, bro. It's because I feel like ultimately, even though sometimes the lines get a little blurry, bro, I'm doing this for the benefit of us, bro. Providing a service, bro.
That's all I seen.
This is therapy right here. This is therapeutic, bro.
I seen it like, hey,
and that gives me comfort, bro.
Yeah.
That gives me comfort, bro. I can sleep at night and not be paranoid, bro. And like, bro, I know why I'm doing the hood stocks. Yeah. I'm trying to do it for the betterment of us, bro.
Yeah, and how you can look at it like you're doing something that maybe others can't do, and you're doing it with purpose. So I kind of looked at it like that, like, hey, I'm, you know, I guess being I don't know how to say it, but like I don't want to use the word sacrifice, but that's how it is, bro. Like there's men, you know, great men that have came before us that have kind of set a foundation where they sacrificed, bro, even with their own lives, to kind of pave the way,
change the world,
and do something that maybe they were called to do, or something with purpose, bro. Like even someone like a Martin Luther King, or even like a Cesar Chavez, or like even some unheard of names, bro, where they definitely made a push in a direction that needed it, bro, and it made it better for those that came next. You know?
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And it's not like to say like boastfully, like, oh, I feel like, oh, the chosen one, like not stuff like that, but I definitely knew that the influence, I guess, that I had, the way I am, I've always been the way I am, and I know that, you know, there's been times where I could be that voice where maybe others, you know, they can't articulate certain things and they just don't have that in them. Not that they're weak or anything like that. It's just that that's not them. So, you know, there's God made us all a certain way, bro, for a purpose, right? So that's how I kind of felt, and I've always been like that, bro.
I want to ask you a question, bro. So from being like on a regular tier of just regular mainline cats, right? Inmates, convicts. And then what's the difference from that and then being on a 1750 with cameras in front of your cells and having that caliber of individuals side by side of you? Is that a big difference?
Yeah, that's definitely a big difference, bro, because
there's different conversations being had on different intellect.
Different intellect, the whole setting is different, lot more respect, and don't get me wrong, it's not like all super, you know, super serious. Like we're still ourselves, bro. Like I've always been myself, but yeah, it's definitely different than like, you know, a regular mainline where, you know, you could get away with a little bit more, you know, be a lot more loose than you would, you know, when you're in a setting like that. You're a lot more conscious, you know, you're a lot more conscious.
Yeah. And that and consciousness creates control of your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, which a lot of cats don't have, including myself at one point in time, and still to this day sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You know, and control is huge, and you can learn a lot of control within yourself right there, because you know one wrong word could potentially, you know, put you in a, you know, on a certain side of stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting, bro. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but I sometimes I try to look into certain things like this deeper than what I'm capable of doing, right? That my intellect allows me, but I'm like, fuck, I want to be in here and I want to understand this. You know, I want to really understand this, you know, because it's the psyche, man, of ourselves is just such a crazy, like, it's like a Rubik's Cube. It's like
trip,
bro, it's like the Matrix, like trying to figure this shit out, you know? And to master one's mind or sense or just being able to understand things is just like, it's still beyond myself, bro. But like, I hope to one day get there a little bit. But so that's why I always think of things bigger than my intellect. But anyways, so you're in this environment, you're pro-per, you're fighting your case, you're there for 5 years. Where are we at from there?
So I went to, so at one point, I know that I can't go to trial on my own. I had no desire to, even though I learned a little bit about the law. I knew that I didn't see myself going to trial by myself, bro. I needed some representation. So at the time, I started interviewing all the top lawyers from LA, like all the main names that you guys probably heard of, like Andrew Flyer, Bill Pittman, Alex Kessel,
Doug Sherrod.
Nah, I never heard of that guy.
KingKongLawyer.com, baby.
He was a DA, dog.
Yeah. What was the other name? Garagos.
Yeah, Mark Garagos.
Yeah, all of those guys, bro. All those guys.
He said Pittman.
Bill Pittman.
Pittman.
I almost hired him, bro.
Kessel.
Yeah, that ended up being my lawyer, bro.
Okay.
And what's the trip is I didn't have no money at the time, bro. I was just going on. I was going on faith, baby. You know what I mean?
You got like 3
They
suits
thought,
to the name.
they didn't know that. Hey,
Like, we got this.
trip out. They didn't know that. I didn't have
No, I
money.
would have known it too if you pulled up on me all studious like that, bro. I'd be like, bro, this fool got deep pockets.
Hey, and they had to come visit me, bro. Like they had to come visit me. Like I would write them letters or I'll call, give them a little brief, synopsis of my case and
my bad, because a lot of fools don't share their shit that they study with them, because a lot of fools don't have shit to share.
they don't have, and so I had the whole foundation, bro. Like I had it all broken down. So I would question them though, bro. I would question them and ask them, how would they go about litigating this case and all that stuff. And then I had to ask also, like, as far as the finances, you know what I mean, like how much most of them, bro, they were like in the 100,000 range, but the only one, Alex Kessel, bro, he goes, you know what, he goes, I don't know why, he goes, but I'll take your case for 35,000, and all you gotta give me is, I think he said 7,000.
Is he from the SGV? Because he takes a lot of homies cases from.
No, he was from Encino, but he's LA all over.
Okay, because a lot of the homies that I ran into were like from San Gabriel Valley that had.
He's somewhere else now, but he's LA. Everybody knows him, right?
Everybody knows him, for sure.
But he
I was in the feds and knew him.
Yeah, he did federal case law too.
Yeah.
But he's bad, bro. He took my case for 35 G's and I only gave him like 7. So I didn't have money, bro. And I guess we'll get a little bit more into that, but at this point I guess I could say, I'm a man of faith, bro. I started, just praying, bro, and asking for some help, bro. You know what I mean?
And is this something that you've done before?
What do you mean?
Praying.
Oh yeah, I had prayed. Yeah. I've believed. I've been a believer all my life, but during this 5 years when I was in the county jail, there started being a change within me. So my faith definitely started growing. And I had a lot of encounters, kind of like that, getting out of that courtroom. There's a lot that we kind of left out from the story, but this was one of them. Is that I knew that at the right time I was gonna get some representation, that it was gonna come from something outside of myself, bro, not through my own strength. And so someone provided that money, bro. Like, boom.
Somebody provided the 7 racks.
The 35 G's.
The
bro.
35 G's.
35 G's. Not in one shot, but they agreed to help me pay this lawyer, bro.
So, and did an angel from heaven fall from the skies?
You can
into
call
yourself?
it that. You can call it like it was something like that, but no, it wasn't an angel from heaven. But I believe it was from the Lord, bro.
You know who it was,
And I'm
bro?
not trying to be sarcastic, bro. Let me get that clear. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or sarcastic, bro. But I'm curious, bro. You prayed on it. Was it a family member? Was it somebody that you knew? I mean, 35 racks, homie.
Yeah.
It's not pocket change.
I'll keep the name, private, but it was definitely someone that I knew, and I believe that their heart was moved. I'm not gonna take the credit and say it was just because of prayer. I believe God has a plan, a purpose, and when He chooses to move someone's heart, He's gonna do it. Whether you know what I mean. And so, but I do believe that my prayers were answered, and at the right time, boom, that person's heart was moved to help me, bro, and it ended up playing a role in my eventual freedom.
The stars aligned.
Keep on talking, my chick.
So that happened, bro. I got blessed with that money. He took on the case, and he tripped out, bro. I think I mentioned this last time as well. I had my whole case mapped out, bro. Every single thing you need to know about that case, I had a file. I had it all organized, and I handed it straight to him, and I broke it down. I said, look, boom, 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 boom. This is this, this is that. And it's something that he would probably have to do, like have a paralegal. But I had already did all that groundwork, so I handed it to him.
The cheat sheet.
And he was like, he said that he never in his life had encountered that where
something so thorough.
A defendant did that, bro.
Which made it so much easier for him.
Yeah, it made it a lot easier because we went to trial shortly thereafter, bro. It wasn't even that long after. And so he did his homework. He learned the case. We had some, visitations where we strategized how we're gonna do it. And we went to trial, bro. We went to trial April of 2012. Picked a jury, and the trial lasted probably 5 days, something like that. And he did his thing, bro. He did his thing. They only had one witness, the guy that was already in jail for that. He was in Calipat, and the same homicide detectives that approached me when I got busted was the same guys that went to him, and he ended up doing what they wanted me to do. so he was in Calipat.
Is that your phone?
No.
My phone. It's my phone. It's all
Okay. Hold on. Quick break. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Quick break. I got to pee, dog. Sorry. And I don't want to miss the rest of the story. Yeah. Sorry, dog.
All right, I'm going to read some of these comments right here. Let's read some of these comments, Rick.
They talking shit.
Oh,
where are we going? Where do you want to start at?
Street TV bounced off the chat because he said he's trying to enjoy the show and everybody was racist.
How are you racist?
Ain't nobody racist. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. So people are telling him, be cool.
Maybe the comments.
Don't play
Some
victim.
of these dudes talk a gang of shit.
Look, someone said Lucky wears a wire everywhere he goes.
That's
Wow.
He said Lucky's jacket is a flotation device.
He said everything is racist. What the heck are they talking about?
It's the comments.
No, this one page Street TV where they interview people.
Oh, he said the chat is racist.
Yeah, he said the chat is racist.
Oh, Street TV.
That's Alex Alonso,
That's
right?
Alex, yeah. That's the first person I ever did an interview with.
Oh shit! It seems pretty
He
dope.
said I'll holler at you later. I eat foods where Lokes.
They're all negative, huh? All this.
Yeah, a lot of comments. They're
going on each other, bro.
Yeah, they talk shit to each other. They do all kind of shit.
I gotta take a leak.
6. One beer short of a 6.
A lot of people.
Am I really that burnt out?
Nah.
Yeah, I guess we're both burnt out.
Nah, you're burned out, fool.
We all burnt out, bro.
I'm good, bro.
Everybody's
They're talking about you.
Pancakes naked.
Hell yeah, pancakes naked, dog.
Fucking baby boy.
Oh shit, you're.
Was it muted
yeah,
the whole
my bad,
time?
bro. It's muted, dog.
Damn, bro.
Oh, so was Rick. Sorry, though.
Damn.
I meant to mute ours,
us, bro, the whole time.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Casey, start over.
Whoa. Eagle Rock in the casa. Someone said Lucky's a cop. You wish.
Lucky
dude.
is a cop. Yes.
fucking lucky, dog.
He wished he worked 3 days a week.
They got Florence in the house, 6'4".
6'4", baby.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I hope you guys are enjoying this right here, man.
Little solid homies that are
El Tigre de Tijuana. Whoa.
Lucky steals
there
the
you go,
recyclables.
baby. You've been asking for it.
I mean, if it's enough to steal, I would steal them too.
Whoop. Hey, so this is a good time to announce.
Well, I've told people on the chat, so...
Yeah, we've been going in, dog. Look,
so
we're
the
going to have a show tomorrow.
is going to be Although Ricky has work at 3 a.m. tomorrow right now because the freeways are all fucked from this hurricane.
Yeah, we're back at work, though.
We're going to be going live. Myself, Droop, K9, and Nick, Roulette Printing, are going to be going live tomorrow or on Mondays at 8 p.m. And we'll be discussing current events.
Going in, doing reactions, man.
Hell yeah.
Reactions, all right?
Hell
so tune
yeah.
in.
I'm excited
Tune
for
in
that.
on Monday. It's going to be fun.
You know, bro, I am going to enjoy my day off, bro.
Lucky going to be at home.
I'm going to enjoy. No, bro. I will tune into probably most of them or as much as I can, bro. But I'm going to enjoy being home. And it's like almost like fruits of the labor, bro.
Lucky's gonna miss his.
Lucky's
Lucky's
gonna
gonna be fun.
Lucky's
actually gonna be. Lucky's actually gonna be. He's gonna
be home, but
he's
gonna be missing out.
Watching us work, dog. He's gonna be here working.
We're gonna be here having fun.
Whoa.
Talking. He's gonna be over there fucking cooking pancakes naked.
Well, if I'm arguing with my lady, I'm gonna pull up, bro. But rather than that, nah, I'd rather just you guys do your thing, me stay out the way, bro.
I would love if you were part of it because it would be fun. All of us just talking about that. But I get it. He wants to be Mr. CEO and wants to be chilling.
It's not CEO, bro.
Hey, Casey, I want to say something real quick.
It's putting cats in positions, dog, for them to be great and to work out the kinks in the game. And it's a growing process, bro. Like, this has helped me grow so much, dog, doing these fucking live podcasts and watching it back and being like, damn, all this time I thought that shit sounded cool. I've been saying this shit for years. No, they're going to watch you guys. And I'm going to watch you guys.
Dog.
Episode 1. And what's the name of the show?
The Whoop Show.
The Whoop Show.
Real quick, I want to say, I love you, baby, and happy anniversary. Yesterday we did our 10th anniversary.
Bro, if you need a ride home, I'll give you a ride home, bro.
That's why.
No, happy anniversary, dog. I'm fucking with you, dog.
Happy anniversary, yeah.
You and Jay right there.
Yeah, you going through some things at the crib, huh, fool?
Whoa.
Hey, just don't be late tomorrow, fool.
Yeah, fool, he's a kid, bro. He lives this is the only dude that lives like 5 minutes away from the fucking studio.
8 minutes.
8 minutes, and he is late. He is late 18 minutes every time, bro, if he shows up. You know what I mean? Whoa. There you go, baby. That's what I like about that dude right there.
We'll be here, and sometimes we won't, I guess.
You know what, dog?
We're going to be here.
You know what? I'll say it like this. K9 has put in so much work for this podcast, bro, that I'm just like, I can't tell this dude nothing. Like, this dude's been right here for the past few years, bro. You know what I mean? And there's been times where I really needed somebody to be here.
How'd you guys meet?
And he was here. We met on a dating app, bro.
Tinder.
On Grindr.
It was on Tinder.
I met him on Grindr, bro. You know what I mean?
You were looking for someone with long hair. Or what?
Long hair and tight cheeks, dog. You know what I mean? If you have a membership for LA Fitness, if you ever see K9 at the fucking gym, bro, he only does one exercise, bro.
Oh, God.
What is that?
I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna get involved in this.
What is that? Casey, what exercises did he only do?
He does cock push-ups.
He does squawks.
Whoa.
It's a squat on a cock. I just made that word up. Put it on the Urban Dictionary, bitch.
Fucking look, he was doing donkey kicks when I met him.
You guys are too vulgar, bro.
You're feeling some sort of way, huh, dog? You just had to throw something in, dog, huh?
Demonetized. You see
Hey,
what
don't
you
worry.
did to us?
Don't worry, K9. You could fucking talk shit all about it all you want tomorrow on the Whoop Show at 8
Hell yeah.
p.m.
You know what, bro? Nothing I would love, bro, than to hear you fools talk shit about me, bro.
It's going to be the
That's
talk
gonna
shit
be
about
episode
Lucky
1.
segment.
Bro, that would be a good segment,
That's
bro.
episode 1. We're
That would
talking
be
shit about that.
because I have given you guys so much fucking information or bullets or, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Anyways.
we got bullets, dog.
Yeah.
We're shooting, dog.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Jerry Bear, we're coming for you tomorrow.
Jerry Bear.
Jerry Bear. This is
Jerry
fucking
Bear the Jew.
bro. Jerry Bear the Jew. Oh shit,
fuck,
dog.
dude.
You know what, bro? I'm feeling these vibrations right here, baby. I mean, we all in sync right now, dog. This is the way, I mean, we're moving like a machine right now, baby. This is the way the Whoop machine does it, dog. One more time. Whoa. Let's go. All right. So So you're about to catch a life sentence. So your life's about to end. I mean, bro, how do we pivot from that to this, bro? I apologize, brother.
No, you good.
You know, but this is the energy that we have in our sanctuary right here, brother. You know what I mean? And it's just love and it's respect, and it just feels good to be together right here. You know, yeah. I'm sharing emotions right now. Feels good to be around these guys. Man. I always had sisters that wanted to be brothers, and now it's all right. All right. Hey,
William Levy, nope.
Nope. Yes. Nope.
Nope.
Yep.
So how was that judged now that you have an attorney?
Yeah. So now you get the salsa, dude. The what is it? The queso, dude.
So yeah, Alex Kessel. So good question, Casey. I ended up getting out of that courtroom, and I ended up with Kathleen Kennedy. Shout out to Kathleen Kennedy. She was O.J. Simpson's preliminary hearing judge, and I ended up with her. She was supposed to be the worst judge in CCB, bro, and I ended up there in that courtroom. But
you're fighting that case now. You're in trial.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh yeah, I was in trial. Yeah.
You beat the case.
So yeah, no, I didn't beat it, bro. I went to trial and I lost.
Wow.
I went to trial and I lost.
What do you do with the Kessel dude?
Yeah, he you know, he did good, bro. He did good in fighting the case, but they still found me guilty. You know, the evidence, they didn't have evidence, bro, but they definitely, you know, they definitely they found me guilty. I think they were influenced, and I said this before, by the tattoos, you know, that kind of stuff.
Talk about the jury.
They put pictures where the DA tries to show how much of a hardcore gangbanger you are.
Yeah.
And it definitely plays a role in their decision, you know. So they deliberated only for like a day, and I already knew, bro, I was gonna be guilty. So they found me guilty. And immediately we filed for a retrial motion. But that stretched from, this was in April, that stretched all the way to January of 2013 until the motion got heard. So that was like a 9-month span, something like that.
Yeah, so the whole time you're just basically just waiting in a cell.
Yeah, I was waiting, praying, you know what I mean? There was, once again, bro, there was a lot of prayer that went into that. I had a lot of people, you know, interceding for me, bro. Even homies on the tier. I used to pray for my DA, for my judge, bro. And I had my hearing in January. I believe it was January 18th. And the judge heard the motion, the retrial motion. And she said that on 24 years on the bench, she never granted a retrial motion. But she said in this case, she has to do it according to the law. Because there was no evidence, bro. Under Penal Code 1111, it says
a
murder conviction cannot be had unless there be sufficient corroboration or independent evidence tying you to. In other words, there has to be more than just some dude saying that it was you that did it. There has to be corroboration, some solid corroboration, or some type of independent evidence. There was none of that. They only had one other witness, one other person that testified in the case against me, but she testified everything that was opposite. She testified the opposite of what he said. And so because of that, the judge found grounds to grant that motion in my favor. And so now I was waiting for another trial. She basically overturned the conviction, bro, and it was like I never went to trial.
I'm a little confused, brother. And I'm confused in the sense of this. She has never granted
a motion for a new trial after someone gets found guilty.
Okay. But because of the laws that you put forward to her.
Yes, Penal Code 1111. Insufficient.
So has nobody ever done that?
What do you mean?
Because why?
No, I'm sure they have, but they probably had
lack of evidence
against them. They probably had evidence.
Okay.
In my case,
she really looked into it.
Yeah, in my case.
Do you think they always look into it?
Probably not. But remember, there was like 9 months in between, bro. There was 9 months in between us. Well, we probably filed it. Probably, let me see, I got convicted April. We probably filed it like in May or June. And so you have that whole time span where she has the time to look at the motion, look at all the case law that to support that motion.
Yeah.
And she had a rule on it, bro.
But at this time, you're convicted for the murder.
I'm already convicted.
How much time did they give you?
They never sentenced me.
You haven't been sentenced. Okay.
That's the thing. When you file a retrial motion, it prevents them from sentencing you and sending you upstate.
Got you. Okay.
So that's where I was kind of. Most people get convicted. A couple months later, get sentenced.
Yes.
Get sent upstate.
So is that kind of like for cats? Man, I hope you're not in that situation, right? But is that for like? Do people not know about that? That they
no people know about it.
Miss it.
People know about it.
Get sentencing day before their shit gets processed in?
Well, people know about it, but remember, most people don't have private attorneys. Most people don't have that kind of action. And some of the attorneys, they might even say, we're not going to file a retrial motion. They pretty much, they got too much evidence on you or whatever you want to call it. Like, who knows? There's so many people, but remember, the system, there's a lot of people that have been, what do you call that?
Sentenced unwrongly.
Just railroaded, bro, all the way through.
Yeah.
All the way through where, even if they got action, that action's not ever, brought out because of the way the system has been.
Let me ask you a question. What if everybody, it didn't matter if you had enough money or not, you were appointed a Doug Sherrod, a Pittman, a Kessel dude? You know what I mean? Would there be a lot less dudes being sentenced to life? Is there a lot of dudes doing life right now because they had a public defender?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. There's I mean, I believe in the system.
You believe in what of the system?
I believe in this system, that there is good in the system, but there's a whole lot of bad, bro. What
would be the percentage, if you can throw a percentage out there from the time that you know?
The percentage as far as bad and good?
And bad, yeah.
Bad outweighs it probably by like, I would say 80%.
So there's 20% good?
I would say, yeah.
And you got the 20% good?
I was one of those, yeah.
God is good, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All the time.
All the time.
So yeah, bro, that was and like I said, that whole time, bro, I was believing. Just like I believed for that attorney, I believed in my freedom. And I've mentioned this before, I never seen myself doing life. I knew I was gonna get out. I knew in my heart I was gonna get out because when I first got arrested, the Lord basically put like a promise in my heart, bro, that he was gonna get me out eventually. And I mentioned the story before.
Mention it again.
All right. Well, I had like a divine encounter at the Temple City Sheriff Station where I was gonna commit suicide. I was gonna hang myself, bro. I didn't see myself doing life, and I ended up. They cracked my door open as I was planning it out. They cracked my door open, and I went and I talked to my mom, and my mom, it was like God spoke to me through her, bro. And it was something like it was just, my mom passed away in 2020, but at the time she was the way she would respond every time I went to jail, bro, was kind of negative. And then this time it was like she told me in Spanish, I'll never forget, she goes, mijo, Dios te va a sacar de aquí, which means God is gonna get you out of there. He's gonna get you out of here. And it was like there was a shift in my thoughts, in my whole consciousness, that I was like, whoa. And now that I look back, I know that it was the Lord, bro, that kind of spoke to me through her. And I went back to my cell, and there was a Bible on my bed, bro. And I remember cracking it open, and I looked, and it was like a scripture, a verse that just jumped right out at me, and it had something to do with being free from jail. Like it had something to do with bars, I believe. I don't even know what verse it was, but it all happened, I believe, by like it was a divine appointment, and the whole thoughts of suicide were gone, bro. And from that point forward, I always knew that I was gonna get out of that situation.
Amen. Let me tell you this, bro. Let me ask you this. Excuse me, my aggressiveness. You were planning your suicide before they racked that door.
Yeah.
How was your suicide planned?
I was gonna hang myself, bro, in the cell.
With what?
With the sheet. And I know it sounds
with the full
weak.
sheet, were you gonna cut the sheet? What were you gonna do?
Oh, just tie it. They had these bars on top where you could just do it, bro. And I know it sounds weak, but at the time, I was tired, bro. My mom was sick, and I just couldn't see myself fighting that case, bro. I was like, man.
Because at this point in time, you've been out like 5-6 times.
And I was only out a month. Remember, I had just did 4 years.
And you're out for a month.
I was only out a month, and now I'm arrested for murder.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
If you put that timeline together, bro. I was arrested for. I did time for 4 years. I did 4 years. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, guys. Okay, I did 4 years. I was out a month.
Yeah.
And when you were out that month, did you have thoughts of change?
Yeah, like I said, when I got out in 2008, my thought process was already like, just do good, you know what I mean? Get a job.
Okay.
Move away, you know, do good. Remember, I moved to Rancho Cucamonga, 602 them. That's where my mind was at. So now I'm getting arrested for a murder.
Yes.
So
that short. I mean, 4 years is not short, but I'm talking 4 years, 1 month.
But I was tired. I was in and out all my life.
No, I know that, bro. But it makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Defeat of a man at his lowest point, right? Bro, you were like, you're not on the dirt. You're below the dirt at this point, but you're alive.
Yeah.
You're barely breathing, bro.
A lot of people, it might be hard to comprehend that. You would have to kind of have walked through those footsteps, but yeah, bro, internally, bro, it was just like a heavy just weight, bro, a depression, where thoughts of just escaping that is something that's, you know what I mean, it's not appealing, but it's like, you know what, that's why I think people give up, bro.
Did you think about how you were gonna die? Like, and I know you said you were gonna hang yourself, but did you have the mental thought process at the time to say, all right, if I do this, I'm gonna choke, but I'm not gonna try to save myself.
Yeah, nah, I didn't even think about that. I already, honestly, bro, I had my mind made up. I was beyond that point, bro. That's why when that door cracked, and I went out there, and I spoke to my mom. Here's another thing, and I've mentioned this before, I think too, where I didn't even know the number. See, nowadays we have these cell phones, right? And you have every number recorded, and I was only out a month, so I didn't even have my mom's number like memorized. I only had the first 3 numbers, and I remember it was like I dialed the right number, bro. So it was all like, it was crazy, bro. It was just a trip how it happened, bro.
That's deep.
And when I went, like I said, when I went back to that cell, there was a Bible that wasn't there when I walked out. It was on my bunk, bro. And I wasn't no Christian. I was none of that, bro. Like, it all just happened. That's why I say it was like a divine thing, bro. And I just cracked it open, and boom, this verse just comes out and just smacks me right in the face. And I'm like, whoa. And it was just like a knowingness that I was like, it was like a breath of fresh air, bro. And all those thoughts, I honestly think that I was influenced. I believe in the demonic realm and all that too, bro. I believe,
what is the demonic realm?
I believe, just like I believe in God, bro, I believe there's an evil side, there's a demonic realm, and there are entities, principalities that try to influence you, that can creep in. I believe that a lot of people that even committed suicide, they were influenced by these entities to kill themselves, because they want Eventually, we know how the story ends, and Satan is not going to be a party. People think that Satan's going to be running the part. Nah, he's going to be in hell suffering, and he wants to take as many people with him, bro. And so that's something that it's real. To me, it's real. It exists. And I believe I was under this type of... there's 2 times where I was going to end it. It was that time, and there was a time before that when I was out there in the streets just gangbanging, bro, and I was on one, and I was just tired. Like, that's all I knew, bro, and I was just tired of that life. And I remember another divine appointment that I had, bro, where I had this... I was crying, bro, and my mom's face flashed, and then this song came out, Thug's Mansion, the Tupac, bro, and I used to be into that. And it said exactly what was going on. That verse, but all I could see was my mama's eyes. But when I held that 9, all I could see was my mama's eyes. No one knows my struggle. They only know the trouble. And that verse, bro, woke me up out of that trance, whatever you call it. And it was those were the 2 times, bro. The 2 times where I was like, you know what, I'm out of here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go, baby. You on Hood Stocks right now, dog. Don't play with it, dog. You can't get no other content on no other place, dog, like this right here. And I'm not trying to, like, be like this, but damn, bro, this is some shit right here, dog, that even if I was not here on the other side, I'd just be like, fuck yeah, dog. That shit is crazy, dog. This fool fucking just said the lyrics to that fucking Tupac Mansion song, dog.
Plans for you, my boy.
Yeah, dog. Like that shit's deep, homie. If you don't, man, dog, do I gotta say it? I mean, give me some fire emojis right now if that shit wasn't deep right there, bro. Fire up that shit right now. Let me know the chat is in tune with me or if I'm just fucking on another planet.
Fire it up.
Yeah, fire that up right now.
Fire
One
it
time.
up.
Fire it up right now. Casey, let him fire it up, dog.
Fire it up.
Fire it up.
Show love to the platform, man.
Let's see. We got
Like and
fires. What
subscribe.
we got?
Like.
They said spiritual fool unlocked.
Whoa.
Spiritual fool unlocked. Tupac. Tupac saves
Let's
lives.
get it. That's right. We see you. Who's that? Jose Baez. Fires. El Tigre de Tijuana.
There we go.
Fire
There we
it
go.
up.
Look, he's off the
get
shrooms
it.
again. He's not off the shrooms. He's just
Nah, he ain't
very
even off the
moved.
shrooms. Let's
He's
get
very
it.
moved.
Fire it up.
Someone said you're on another
on fire right now.
another
Look,
planet.
Oh, we got all fire in
There we go. There we go. Look at all those
Everybody
fires.
Hit that like and
firing it
subscribe,
up.
though, either. Hit that
Whoa.
like and subscribe.
Said IE Foo's houses are flooded right now.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sick. Look at that.
Look at that. The whole thing is fired up.
Hey, let's flood it better. Flood the chat.
The whole chat
just
is fired up.
Fire it up. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, let's flood it up.
Bro, that's what they feeling that shit, bro. That shit gave me goosebumps,
Look,
dog. And I'm gonna tell you
everything's
like
fired
this
up.
right now, dog. Nah, I wanna say this right now, dog. Motherfuckers, music used to hit different, bro.
Shout out
Let
to
me
the
put this
chat.
shit on real quick.
Showing love.
Music used to hit different, bro.
Flooding it up.
I don't know if this new generation, dog, can feel the way music used to move us, dog. But who was the most influential? Was Tupac your most influential?
Of course.
Why, bro? Why was Tupac your most influential in regards to the lifestyle you were living?
He spoke to, I guess you would call it like your I guess your I don't want to use the word soul, but he would speak to you in a way, bro, where you could relate like no others. His passion, the realness, the rawness. Like I was influenced by him in a negative way as well. I believe you could be influenced negatively, like in the gangbang way, but also the story I just shared, where God, I believe he could use anybody, and that's why I believe that he touched people like yourself, myself, in the hoods. No color lines, no barriers like that, because of who he was, bro. Just the way, it wasn't just rap.
It was church, bro.
There was something else.
It was
going on.
religion, bro. Bro, like, I'm gonna tell you like this: the homies, Mexicans, Latinos, whatever you are, if you a half Jew like me, bro, if you a white homie, if you an Asian homie, if you a black homie, an Armenian homie, I'm telling you, we all got the same fucking vibrations. We all felt the same thing at the time, you know what I mean? But this shit, man, music used to be like church, bro. Like it, man, the way it would move the fucking soul, and then and at the time we're talking 90s and 2000s, and I mean,
we were in there, bro.
Yeah,
we're
like
it.
in
That's
the
what
trenches,
we're
bro. In the trenches, bro.
We were
Like
getting it.
that shit would just inspire you, bro, to be just.
You know what's another thing that really I related to is he was the only dude that he would always mention God, right? He would always throw that even in his even in the doom 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 doom, right? He even mentioned this life as a rap star is nothing without God. Was born rough and rugged, right? So when you're out there gangbanging, I wasn't trying to listen to nothing that had to do with God, right? But
he made God sound cool.
Those little seeds, kind of
resonated.
It woke me up to God, bro. Like I would think about it, and I'm not gonna say. I mean, now as a believer, I know that I guess I wouldn't agree with a lot of the things that he said right now, but the point is that at the time I was influenced, kind of like this, like a platform like this. You could bring someone like myself on, or someone that can share, some testimony, and someone that wouldn't normally, I guess, go to church or anything like that. They can hear about some real life, stories where God is actually real, bro. Where you can actually get a seed planted, a seed watered, bro. Where something supernatural can happen through a platform like this. That's why I'm grateful for you, bro. You brought on a lot of people that have sat in this chair that have professed to know the same God that I'm speaking of, bro. And so,
100%, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, within the fog, the smog, and all that other shit, like, bro, like, I'm a fucking crazy believer, bro. I mean, bro, I just like, God has always been like my foundation and someone that I've leaned on, bro, through so many hard times. And at first it was ingrained in me as a child because my mom was some crazy Christian, almost like Jehovah's Witness with her new dude, bro. And at first it really wanted to push me away from religion, But I just like, even when I have like, and some people may think I'm on the other end, bro, where, fucking Lucky, he's acting wild, this, that. No, dude, I'm fucking like, and sometimes I lose my footing, bro, and maybe I'm not where I need to be at this point in time that I'm at in my life. Maybe I'm on a journey to be somewhere else, that maybe a place that I'll speak on God more type of shit, and maybe I'll correct my wrongs more. I mean, who knows what the future bestows for any of us, But if you have a relationship with God, that's a sense of direction, right? A sense of like being on the right path. Like, like you always got to touch base with God, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, God, I had a crazy weekend. I apologize. And it won't happen again. And then it happens again, you know what I mean? But that's being human beings. Like, I pray to God so many times over the same stuff, bro. God, like, damn, what a fucking idiot. I won't do that shit again. And then I do it again, bro.
I heard a couple clips that you put up recently.
Yeah, go
where
ahead.
you kind of opened up about it. And that's why I respect you for that, bro, for being real.
Yeah,
not everybody,
that's easy,
not
bro.
everybody can do that, bro.
Well, I had an interview with a professor, and he was just like, I felt like it was just really like how to say it, bro? Like a not a real conversation, kind of just like, I don't know, like I can't, not, well, let me check myself real quick. Let me take it back. We'll
be taking another break.
No. No, let me take a step back, bro. So my vibrations and everything else, fuck vibrations, but I was just like not in tune with the dude. Not fuck vibration, but I wasn't in tune with the guy, bro. And I was being sarcastic with them. And I was like, yeah, dog, just like dudes when they're fucking in prison, dog, and they want to go to Christian and this and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, I was in a sarcastic mode with this dude, kind of like going along with his bullshit because I felt like he was giving me nothing but bullshit, dog. But somebody called me out on it, bro. You know, and I said, well, shit. It took me a few months to respond to it, but it always stuck in my mind. And I seen it on a comment. They said, fucking Lucky, why are you going to say this, dog, when you said this before, blah, blah, blah. And it always stuck in my mind, you know. So recently, you know, I put a video out on that, apologizing, like, bro, like, if anybody knows me, they know I'm not that dude, bro. You know what I mean? But still, since that was like a stain in my brain, so to speak, bro.
You know what I believe, bro, and this is 100% honesty right here. I've known you for a while already, right?
Yes, sir.
And I've seen you, bro, you know, and I believe that the Lord, bro, he's doing something in you like he does in all of us. You know, he little by little, bro, you're definitely different, bro, and your whole approach to the Lord, bro, is different. You know, obviously, like myself, I didn't right away, bro, just change, bro. Like my there was a point, of course, where, you know, I was born again of the Spirit. I can't speak on someone's spiritual, you know, state, if they're born again, if they're not. But I know at one point, bro, I was born again of the Spirit. There's 2 times that you're born, and so it you know, when that happened, there was a change in me. You know, my thoughts started changing, the way I think, the way I speak, my desires. But you're still in your flesh, right? You're still in your flesh, and you're wrestling, bro. The Bible talks about the flesh wrestling against the Spirit. And so I believe, like, just someone like yourself, using you as an example, you're going through this thing called life, but even having these conversations, bro,
gets me closer to God.
Something happens, bro, where, Lord willing, you know what I mean? Like, I've prayed for you, bro, and I'm sure there's other people that have prayed for you, bro, that you know, just imagine, you know, and I'm not here to try to convert you none, but just imagine, you know, someone like yourself, just, you know, being used in an even bigger way, bro. Because back then we used to be into, you know, gangbang and all that. But imagine you being just a vessel for the Lord, bro. Imagine the influence that you have, how that can affect people's, not just their lives, their eternal destination, bro. Because there is an eternity, bro. There is an eternal destination. You know, so that's why I do what I do, bro. That's why, you know, I'm here, bro. It's for those very purposes.
Have you ever heard of the mixed drink called the adios?
Yeah.
Okay, so the adios consists of probably a few different liquors, bro. You know, and so I like to consider myself the adios, dog. You know what I mean? And so what I'm gonna give you here on Hood Stocks, this is just who I am, right? I'm gonna give you the adios. You know, and that consists of hope, change, God, sex playing, jacking off, and just having a good time, dog. You know what I mean? You know, that's called the adios of Hood Stocks, dog. You know, and so in a biblical form, that's not respected. I get it, bro. You know, but this is a way that I have been able to find a place in life where I can exist, and it's called the adios, dog. You know what I mean? And it's a balance of all these fucking substances and beliefs. What do you think of that?
I believe that, you know, you are who you are. Obviously, we probably see things differently. You know what I'm saying? But you know, there's a change in all of us, bro. We're all on this thing called life, and like myself, I used to be kind of like you, bro. I was. Man, bro, like as far as clowning,
you got to claim your own mixed drink, though.
As far as like clowning and all that, you know, I was the worst of the worst, bro. Like, you know,
it keeps me happy, bro.
You know,
clowning and talking shit keeps me happy, bro.
But there's definitely
it fuels my spirit to greatness and just comfort.
There's definitely been a change, though. You know what I mean? And you know, I used to be into everything, bro. The smoking, drinking, all that stuff, bro. But it's a process, bro. Like I said, it's a process. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and
check it out. I just quit drinking. Well, it's gone.
Yeah.
Is that a Smirnoff?
Check it out, bro. Yeah, K9 bought it for me. Check it out, dog. I feel like if we were two monkeys in a cage, bro, I feel like you're throwing shit at me right now, dog. You're throwing your own shit, dog. You just shit in your hand and you're throwing it at me, dog.
Nah, that
Doesn't like to clown anymore, Lucky, all right?
No, I still do, bro. I still do, but what I'm saying is I can relate to where I can't, like I said, I can't speak on where you're at right now, bro. But I can, say that Jesus, bro, like, okay, the whole...
Do you feel like you're higher than me right now?
No.
In regards to life and the world and the spirit of God?
But here's what I'm going to say.
Because I feel like you're looking down on me right now.
Nah, bro, you can feel however you want. I can't control that. But what I can tell you is this, is that the whole message, bro, the whole message of the gospel is that Jesus Christ paid for our sins, bro.
Yes, sir.
And that he made a way for people like yourself and myself, right? That's the gospel, is that he shed his blood for us to cleanse us of our sin, right? And that's the way in. It's not by you being a good guy, you doing all these charitable deeds, or none of that, bro.
So then what you're saying right now is, it doesn't necessarily mean what you're doing and I'm doing that you're gonna get into heaven before I do.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that, bro. What it has to do is placing your faith, repenting, of course, of your sins, bro, confessing, but it's believing that Jesus really paid the penalty for your sins, bro.
So if somebody doesn't repent, Jesus paid for our sins, right? Mm-hmm. So do we need to repent?
Yes.
Is that part of the negotiation?
Yes. Repent means a change of mind, right? And so that means changing your mind towards the Lord, repenting, and like I said, once you're born again, your desires, all that it starts changing, bro. There's people that say that they're Christian, but they're really not, because they...
Why are Christians judgmental on other people's righteousness?
I'll explain to you. Because it's not about being judgmental. It's about the truth. If the truth is the truth.
But everybody has their own truth.
Well, let me finish. Let me explain to you why.
Go ahead, brother.
Because truth, it's gonna hurt, bro. If you're offended because someone's saying, hey, you're a sinner and you need salvation just like I do, right? It's gonna offend you because you're living a lifestyle that you like, that appeals to you, but we're all gonna face judgment. Just like I was in trial and I had to face that judge. If you were to check out today and you went straight into judgment and God said, why should I let you in? What are you gonna tell him? Is it gonna be, I did this or I did that? Or is it gonna be because you're washed, your sins are washed and cleansed? And so someone like myself, I'm not here to judge. Jesus, he didn't come to condemn, but to save. You know that.
But if God knows all, and God, you're saying it like this, God presents you this question. I mean, if you have any sense, bro, you don't need to answer it because he already knows.
Yeah, but I'm not saying he's going to. I'm just throwing it out there so you could think about it. Think about it. What would you say? Is he gonna accept you, or is he gonna judge you, right? And so from the biblical...
But God is acceptance, not judgment.
Nah, see, there's a misconception. Let me give you an example. Like me, I used to be into New Age stuff, right?
What is New Age stuff?
Vibration.
New Age stuff is law of attraction. We're all one. We're all going to the same destination. And I believe that's a lie. So the same way that I told you I believe in God, there's a devil. If you were the devil, what would you do to keep people out of heaven? You would create all these different beliefs to keep them from that one truth. There's only one way. You can't get in the back door. There's only one way, and it's all through Jesus. It's by what he did. You can't earn God's salvation. In other words, your sin, you can't do good stuff, and that's gonna top the
which people do all the time.
Yeah, and God doesn't accept that. He says that those type of righteous deeds are filthy rags. The only righteousness that can get you into heaven is what Jesus did. He gives you his own righteousness as a gift.
So check it out, bro. So there's a dude right now, bro, that is making mad money in the dope game, right? Let me present this to you. There's a dude, he's making crazy money in the dope game, but every Saturday, let me tell you guys this about this guy right here. Every Saturday, he fucking goes to Skid Row in downtown LA and he gives out free cheeseburgers. And when he does that, he feels amazing and he says, you know what? This is my way into heaven.
Yeah, he's not gonna get in that way, bro. Because we're all guilty in God's eyes. The Bible says there is none righteous, not even one. But right after that, in that same chapter, it says we are justified freely by God's grace, right? And so we're all on a level playing field. Rich, poor, king, slave, cop, criminal. Jesus made a way for people like us, bro. That's why someone like myself, we didn't get to the end of my story, which has to do with double jeopardy, right?
We will get to
that. And we will. But the point is this, is that if we're all on the same playing field, there's hope for someone like myself. That's why, and all of us, because he made it to where you don't have to do nothing, bro. You don't have to do nothing. Now, there's a difference between being born again and plain religion. You can't, you know what I'm saying? There's once you're born again, he starts changing you. But here's the good news, is that he did all the work. When he hung on that cross and that blood, it's a spiritual thing. He cleanses your soul, right? And he makes you brand new. The Bible says you are now a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things are new. From that point forward, you are a child of God. And you're still gonna go through, you're still gonna fail, bro. You're still gonna go through stuff, but there's something called sanctification where he changes you from the inside out. And that doesn't happen the same, it's not the same way for everybody. For some, it's instantaneous, where they instantly just stop cussing, they instantly stop everything. But that's a process, but that has whatever you do or don't do has no bearing on your salvation. That's why it's good news. The gospel means good news. Gospel means good news. That means the good news is that God can accept Lucky, not because he's a good guy, not because he does all these righteous deeds, but because he placed his faith in Christ. And that's what saved him, bro. And so you can stand in God in judgment, and he's going to say, welcome in because you placed your faith in Christ, not because you did this or did that. And that's the hope. That's hope for people like us, bro. You know, on as opposed to a lot of these religions that exist, think about it. They all have to do something. All of them, you have to do something to get in, bro. Islam, Jehovah's Witnesses, Muslims, all these different, Mormons, all these different faiths, bro. And that's the devil's doing. He's making people think that you can work your way in. Or even the New Age. You could be what you want. You could be your own God. And you're going to get... That's the first lie that Satan, the serpent, gave Eve, bro. He said you can be God. You can be like God. That's appealing to your flesh. I used to be into that, bro. That's why I could speak on it. And I was deceived. I used to be into all those books that... What's his name? Little One mentioned. The Power of Now. And there's nothing against him. But a lot of that stuff, I used to read those books religiously, bro. I was into that. But guess what? That's appealing to your flesh. Oh, I could still be like this. And no, bro. It's about, are you saved or are you not? Is the blood of Jesus cleansed you? Are you cleansed? Are you righteous in God's eyes because of what he did? Did you receive that gift of righteousness? Or are you trying to earn your way in? Are you trying to be God? Because you can say that you're God, but let me see you create a planet from thin air. Let me see you do... Nah, bro, those are deceptions that the devil brought in since the beginning, bro. We are spiritual, bro. You're either going this way or that way.
So I have a question then. So what? Okay, so the New Age. I mean, you read about all the New Age stuff, right? But
all of that, bro.
What do you think about the mechanics of it, though? I understand it's not telling you, about like God or Jesus, but the mechanics of how they say or how they believe this works in this plane.
So I believe some of that is true because the enemy, what I mean by the enemy, the devil, he mixes truth with error. You're never gonna get a full lie. There's gonna be truth mixed in there. That's a good lie, bro. And so, what I believe is that if you're trying to get in any other way, it's a deception, bro. It's a deception. Now, is there truth to like say like even like the law of attraction? Like people can they can think, make these vision boards and do all this stuff. But guess what?
Somewhat like you did, right?
I put my
when you're getting out, though. I know, but I'm saying the mechanisms, though. I'm not talking about if it's God or if it's the devil. It's more like, let's say the physics of this realm.
Here's the difference.
I think it kind of teaches you that in a sense.
Here's the difference. That's why I said, yeah, some of that does exist, but remember this. The devil, he gives things to people too. A lot of these people in Hollywood that they gain all this fame, they've made a deal.
It comes at a price.
It comes at a price. And so the Bible says, what good is it that you gain this whole world but lose your soul in the end? And so if any one of us was to check out today, right, that's what matters, because nobody knows the date they're going to check out. Everybody thinks they're going to live old age, but what if you wake up, at one point you're going to wake up in eternity. You're going to, at one point, you could go to sleep tonight and wake up and be like, whoa, like that's it. And so that's the important thing, bro. If you've been chasing in this life, you've been chasing this, you've been trying to be your own God, then that you've been deceived at one point, and it's appealing to your flesh.
Let me ask you a question. I got a question, bro.
Oh, I'm not done.
No, you get next, bro. Get in line, fucker. No, this is good. Here. I love this conversation, bro. 100%. What do you think about people that feel like we are God? We have a choice.
Yeah, that's
we are in control.
That's what I was speaking about.
So are we God?
No, you're a creation of God. So,
but if we're a creation of God, then we are God, part of God.
The Bible says that we're created in God's image, right? So you're an image bearer of God, right? In all creation, human beings are a reflection of God, bro. You're made in God's image. But here's where the light comes in. Remember the story of Adam and Eve, and I mentioned this earlier. The first lie, bro. He mixed some truth with the lie, is what I was telling Casey. He mixed truth with lie, which is a good lie. You're going to have some truth in it. And
for you to believe
it. And he told them, you're not going to die. You're going to live, and you're going to be your own God. But what happened? As soon as they did that, they knew they were naked. And see, God was keeping them away from that. He gave us also free will. He didn't create robots. And so they woke up, they seen they were naked, and then they try to cover themselves with fig leaves. And then God said, nah, you can't. You
gave them
he covered them he covered them in animal skins, which represents God's righteousness. Because God's righteousness, it's a gift. When there's something called a divine exchange, and let me give you an example. So let's say this is Jesus, and this is you, me, Casey, Droopy, all of us that are in here. We're all sinners, right? So at the point of salvation, when you place your faith in Christ, all your sins go to Jesus. He took the sin of the world, and the righteousness of God, it all comes to you. Now you're clean and you're brand new in the Father's eyes. Now you can be in His presence. Now He accepts you, and it's all by grace through faith. It's all, grace means it's undeserved. You cannot earn it. You cannot do nothing. And so what the enemy, the devil, wants to do is keep that truth from people. He wants people to think they can make it this way, they can make it that way, they can live, just live for yourself, just be happy. Bro, there's people there's plenty, thousands, millions of people that have woke up in eternity, and they're gonna be conscious, and they regret making the choices they've made, bro. And I'm not trying to be religious. I'm not trying to promote religion. I'm trying to point people to Jesus, the good news that, hey, someone like ourselves, bro, we can have a place in heaven, not because we were good, bad, or none of that.
Let me ask you a question, bro. In this 2023 that we're in, we got these things called avatars, right? Mm-hmm. Chicks with dicks, dudes in muumuus, you know? And how do you feel about the whole homosexual thing?
So I believe that God loves them just as much as he would love an adulterer, a liar. He loves them just the same, bro. But there's an agenda popping off in these last days, right? Jesus said that it's going to be as in the days of Noah. Remember, in the days of Noah, Sodom and Gomorrah existed, and then he destroyed the earth with the flood, right? And so he said it's going to be just the way it is now. It's getting worse and worse and worse, bro.
So is homosexuality worse and worse and worse you're talking about?
No, it's just as valid. And in the sin category, you're just as guilty as a liar, a fornicator, an adulterer.
Okay, so you don't don't accept homosexuality in your religion.
Would I promote it? No, I don't. But I don't exclude it. Like, I don't separate and say you're worse than that person that cheats on their wife, or.
But some people would beg to differ, bro, in regards to like how are you going to put them in the same category?
Can you be homosexual and be saved by Jesus?
You want me to tell you? You could be a homosexual and be saved by Jesus. Yes, you can. But you're you eventually gonna, those desires, bro. I know people that live like that, and they're married now. They have kids, and it doesn't mean they may not struggle with that, but they're saved, bro. They're genuinely born again. And that's the same thing as like I said, someone that's committing adultery. There's a scripture in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and it gives a whole list. It gives you a whole list. A liar, a fornicator, a drunkard, a homosexual. There's a big list.
But homosexuals would be like, why am I in that list?
Hold on, let me finish. This whole list, he gives this whole list, and then he says, none of these people will inherit the kingdom of God. And then right after that, he says, as such were some of you. He says, as such were some of you. So all these people on this list, some of the people that he's talking to in that book of Corinthians, some of them were homosexual, some of them were fornicators, some of those, they were part of that list. And then what happened? They were born again, and now they've been accepted by God.
So I want to tell you this real quick. I'm sorry, brother. I'm giving you a little pushback because I had my homie Marcelli on here, bro. Marcelli, bro, right? That he works for Victory Outreach now, right? And he is, what do you call him? The dudes that work in there?
Pastor?
He's a pastor. I'm sorry. Thank you, brother. He's a pastor for Victory Outreach. And so if you're in a Victory Outreach church setting, right? There's a lot of dykes, bro, manfloras, whatever you want to call them, bro, right? You know, and do you not believe that they weren't born like that?
See, that's a whole debate that people believe this way or that way. Personally, I believe that those desires, just like, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I'm a married man, right?
You're a married man to what?
To my wife.
Okay, to a wife.
Now, you know, like a beautiful female, have I been tempted in the time that I've been married, in one form or another? Yes. Have I cheated on my wife? No, I haven't. In that same desire, those kinds of things can pop up. In the same way, someone that is homosexual, they have these urges to be with the same sex. Now, when they act on it, they're just as guilty as someone, like I said, once again, that long list. I'm not excluding them like, these guys are the sinner, and then these guys, their sin is a little lower. Nah, in God's eyes, they're all guilty, bro, and they need Jesus just as much as someone that's not a homosexual, but you're still a sinner. You still need salvation. Your sins still need to be washed by the blood of Jesus. You still need to be born again, and so that's the difference. I know there's a lot of.
Let me ask you.
Hold on, real quick. I know there's a lot of people, including Christians or religious people, that they bash homosexuals like as if they're unredeemable, as if they don't have no choice for, and that's not right. I don't fall up under that, bro. I know the truth, and the truth is that they have hope in Jesus just as much as I did as who I was, bro, as a gang member, bro. Just like I needed the Lord, They need him too. Just like I needed the Lord, you need him too. If you don't, if you know what I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, is that we're all on level playing field. This is not like, hey, you're a worse person than I am. Nah. Whether you're a liar, whether you're out there partying, being with all kinds of chicks, and you don't have the Lord, you're not born again, you're gonna end up in hell just like that homosexual.
But yeah, so it's sin.
It's sin. That's
It's
it.
sin, basically.
That's
It's sin.
it. That's it.
That's all I wanted to get at
Yeah,
with you,
that's
bro.
it, yeah.
And you took me down a fucking crazy ass road, bro, to get to that.
You took us down there.
Okay, I did.
Fuck you, Lucky.
I did, bro.
you,
I did.
Lucky.
But it's just it just really, really like
I know
it blows my mind in the sense of I don't feel like that. Like hey, bro, if you want to suck a dick, dog, we'll suck your dick. Don't do it in private, fool. I don't want to see that shit, dog. You know what I mean? But you know, everybody has. I mean, it's not like if two dudes want to be together. I mean, like that's on you, bro. You know what I mean? But if they ain't robbing and killing and doing some weird shit, bro, besides what they're doing already, that's on them. Like it's not really harming nobody. You know?
No, you're right. It's not harming nobody because a lifestyle
so
that
why would
we,
it be a sin?
I'll tell you
but
why.
it's in a sin that says
it's
the
in God's
Bible.
eyes. God's eyes.
Okay.
Not the way, because your level of sin, your understanding of sin is from your own perspective.
Yeah.
But
don't a lot of us
God
have
created them, so what the hell?
Yeah. God created
What
me
the hell?
Yes, he did.
I mean, what's the free God?
And he gave us free will.
Free will?
Yeah, he gave you free will.
He gave that person those desires.
But I get it because the way we'll say it in the sense of this: the way I raise my kids, my girls, right? It's not the same way other people may be good about raising their kids.
Exactly. So check this out.
Is that a good one?
Yeah, that's a good one. Let me give you one last example. Say one of those kids, God forbid, something.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't say that. Use a different example.
Okay, let's say no.
Yeah,
I'm not
man,
gonna use
don't play
you.
with me, homie.
No. I'm not gonna
play with
use
me
you.
like
I'm not
that.
gonna use you.
Yeah, don't use me.
But
bro.
let's say someone, one of your friends. We won't even use a name. Just anybody. Let's say something bad happened to one of their kids.
I don't use a different one. Use a different. No, use a different.
You know why I'm using that?
Something happened to
I'm
their
using
dog,
that for a reason.
Yeah, because that shit hurts, bro.
Exactly, but I'm using that for a reason. Let me finish. I didn't use
that
nobody.
brings pain to me, bro. And even if it's somebody else, bro, that still brings pain to me.
It happens in this world, though.
It does, bro.
So do those people? Is there gonna be justice for them? Do they deserve justice if that person that did it goes in front of the judge and the judge says, it's all right, and he lets them go? Is that gonna be right? Is the parents gonna want justice? Yeah, they're gonna want justice. That's my point. Is that if there's no justice for what they did, then and in the same way with God, He doesn't turn His eyes from. He doesn't say, "Oh, I'm just gonna brush that sin under the rug." Guess what? He sent a sacrifice, His Son Jesus Christ, to take the place of the sinner, and we're all guilty. And so that's I use that example as an extreme example for a purpose, because I know that person's kid, or let's just say wife, someone that got raped or anything like that, naturally we're gonna want justice for that person, bro. We're gonna want that person to be punished. And that's my point. In God's eyes, bro, sin has to be dealt with, and that's why the good news is that He gave us Jesus to pay the penalty.
Sticks, Lomas.
Hey,
buddy.
so on
play with it.
that same conversation, did the family of that murder case that you were fighting, did they get justice?
Ooh.
Did the family of the person
wasn't guilty?
you said the case? Did they get justice? Of course not. They anybody that loses their child, bro. There's whether I got found guilty or not guilty, and I did get found guilty, which we didn't finish the.
I'm bringing it back to that now.
Okay, yeah. So, whether they found me guilty or not, it doesn't bring back that person, bro. They're still suffering even right now to this day, right? And so, bro. As far as justice for them, but guess what? Once again, with the Lord, there's gonna be justice. Whether you pay for that right now, or at one point in your life or in your eternity, you're gonna pay for it. That's why someone like myself can be sent to maybe someone like you or someone listening to deliver this good news and say, you know what? I don't want you to suffer for that eternally. I don't want you to pay for that. Guess what? Someone died for you. Someone shed their blood so that you could be clean and made righteous. And that's the difference, bro. You know, it's I know it stings. The truth stings, bro. But the good news is that there's a remedy for that. There's redemption for all of us, bro. And we're all on different playing levels. Like you didn't live the lifestyle that I live, right? You didn't live gang banging, trying to chase fools down and all that. But guess what? You're still guilty of in God's eyes, you're just as guilty as me.
Through sin.
Through sin, yes.
And you know what? I want to say this, man. I'm guilty, like, I hate to say it like this, bro, but like, if this dude sucking a dick is sin, bro, you know what I mean? I mean, I got sin too, right? Just like you're saying it, bro, like, regardless of what level it is, if that's what's going to be considered sin in Isaac's eyes, then so be it, right? You know what I mean? But I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. This past week, he happened to be my superior. He happened to be my boss, bro. And sometimes when you're having a political conversation with a superior or a religious conversation with a superior, bro, it's like it got staticky between me and him. And honestly, it came between when I was having this conversation with my boss on the job site, a new job site, bro. It came to a point in the conversation where I was like, man, fuck this job, dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm going to lose this job over this conversation right here. And he got me into not necessarily an emotional state, but just like a passionate state. Of
course, it happens, bro.
And he got very passionate. He got more passionate than I did, bro. But my reaction was to his passionate and me just being like, you know what? I don't feel real strong in this shit, dog, but you getting real passionate, so now I'm feeling like a certain way, dog.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm saying like, man, fuck this job type of shit, you know? But he gave me a perspective, and this is the perspective. We had the conversation about elementary schools, junior high schools implementing a homosexuality, right? Mm-hmm. If they have a book that has two dudes in a relationship, I mean, so he was telling me, he goes, well, it's not porn or not, it's not porn or anything like that. You know, it's just a story about two dudes that are together. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I said, well, you know what? I'm not good with that, bro. Yeah. I'm not good with that, bro. You know? And I said, nah, fuck that, dog. So this is the conversation I'm having with my superior on a job site that I just pulled up to in Long Beach, dog. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I said, nah, I'm not good with that, dog. You know what I mean? Like, nah, homie, I'll teach my kids that shit. Yep. I'm sending my kids to school to learn how to do math and fucking read.
And you know what you're doing?
Have you taught them about it yet?
Bro, they're 7 and 8, bro.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I
don't know what age you talk to them about it.
Your older one, though, that you have.
Well, it's getting close to that, but yeah, the other one already knows.
You know what's a trip?
No, let me say this, bro. And so we got in a heated discussion, bro. And I don't feel like I'm open to perspective, bro. I'm open to conversation. I do not shut off on these type of conversations, bro. I don't shut off, bro. I don't shut off where it's like, man, fuck this dude, I ain't hearing him no more, bro. I'll be mad, but I'll still take it in what he's telling me. And you know what? He changed my perspective, bro. I'm gonna tell you,
that's awesome.
He changed my perspective. I'm gonna say this, bro. Because I said, nah, fuck that, dog. I said, hey, homie, when I take my kids to school, I'm not taking them to church, right, to learn religion. So when I'm taking them to my schools, I'm not dropping them off to learn about sexuality and homosexuality and all that shit. So that was my argument with him, bro. I said, I'm dropping my kids off to learn how to read and do math and the just basic subjects, bro. Like now, in regards to man and stuff like that, or church, this is my pushback. I said, I will teach him this. And he told me this. He said, all right, he got staticky, bro. We got staticky, bro. He's my GF, bro, general foreman, dog. I'm a journeyman electrician, IBW Local 11, baby, don't play with it. Well, and he told me like this. He goes, check it out, bro. Let me paint it to you like this. He goes, what about kids that feel like that they're not sure about their sexuality, right? They're confused, right? And so he brought this up in regards to kids of the suicide rate for kids young that aren't seeing any acceptance in the curriculum.
He was speaking for them or against that?
He was speaking for it, bro.
Oh, I thought again. Oh, my
He was
bad.
speaking for it, bro.
So he changed your perspective in what way? Where
He just gave, I won't say he changed my perspective, but he gave me a different perspective in regards to kids that are, if you want to say they were born like that, or if they were confused and they were thinking about that, because there's kids that are brought up in the system, and even back in the day, you hear about grown men, bro, CEOs, bro, that all of a sudden got a divorce and then now they're with a dude that came out the closet, they say, right? He came out the closet because all these years, the past years, like we're talking 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, that to be homosexual, bro, like you got AIDS, bro, right? It was shunned on. It was all that against the Bible, right? Your side of town. And so there's a percentage of a lot of these individuals that commit suicide. So he put it to me in a perspective of a kid that might be confused. And he said, well, what if they do see this in books and see a little acceptance in how they're feeling? You know? So a father with kids, I looked at it like that.
I believe that's what they're trying to do. I believe that's part of the agenda. But just to go back to what you were saying, trip on this, you were actually arguing from a perspective of that's not right. Now the perspective he gave you kind of plays to the emotional side of it. But here's my question: is it right or is it wrong? I believe it's not right because on the other side of the spectrum, you're basically. You're forcing that on these kids, bro. And you can actually...
and that was my argument. I said, bro, why are we going to give kids options of what they want to be,
That's
bro?
the point. That's the point.
And that's what I told him. And he was fucking fired up and furious that I said that, dog.
Well...
He was, bro. I said, why are we going to put a curriculum for the kids to give them options? Oh, I'm going to be a fucking... I'm going to cut my dick off. You know what I mean? Like... Bro, kids are so vulnerable and they don't know what the fuck that's going with during that time, bro. And what if they made a drastic change at an early age when their brain isn't even developed?
Because that seed was planted and anybody...
They got options. That was my argument.
That's the point. And so those desires that we're talking about, just because those desires pop up, it doesn't mean that you're going to act on them. But now if someone normalizes that, now you're going to be more prone to act on that. And that's what the agenda is, bro.
What agenda? Whose agenda?
The agenda, ultimately it's the enemy's agenda, the God of this world, the one that's making this society, this world into what he wants. It's in the open now. Before, that's one of them. It's in the open now, bro. The devil's in your face now. Before, they used to be a little more subtle. Now it's in your face, bro. Now it's being shoved down your throat. Now it's normalized. Now it's all over the place because the cat's out of the hat, bro. Now we're getting to that place where evil is called good and good is called evil. If you stand up for righteousness, now you're evil. And if you're actually doing evil, now it's called good.
Let me ask you this last question before we finish your story about fighting that case. So the Bible was written how long ago?
Depends which one. There's an Old Testament, there's a New Testament.
Do we actually have a number on that?
And then it was brought together, and then they edited it.
There's manuscripts.
How long ago was the Bible written?
So the New Testament, about 2,000 years. The Old Testament prior to that, even like 3,000, somewhere a little bit over that.
It blows my mind about how people can get a number on this, but hey, there's pay grades, right?
No, it's the same way as any ancient documents. Same way we know about like Julius Caesar or there's records, right?
So it says the Hebrew Bible, which would be the Old Testament, was completed about 100 CE. And the books of the New Testament are written about in the first or second century.
So this is my point. This is my point. The reason why I asked this, bro. It was written back then during those times.
Yeah.
And we know the Middle East is a very conservative culture.
And it's relevant now, bro.
Very conservative.
It's relevant for the hardcore dudes, right?
Well, there's prophecies that have been fulfilled that was speaking about the days we're living in. So a lot of those things. That's why I believe. That's why I put my whole everything in there, bro. Because when I started studying it, I started realizing this is not just a book as you might hear. Oh, it was written by man, and it was no. The Bible's been authenticated. Archaeology has validated it. Prophecy, bro. There's something called prophecy where I'm talking about some things are even to the exact date. Like the nation of Israel, you're part Jewish, right?
Yes, sir.
So that nation, did you know that prior to 1948, that nation wasn't even around up until that point, bro?
Yeah, there were slaves.
There was a
that.
prophecy that said they're gonna come back to that land.
Yeah.
And guess what? That prophecy was fulfilled. That's just an example.
100%.
And so
100%.
because of that kind of stuff, because that's just an example. All the prophecies of Jesus, bro. Even when he rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, all that was prophesied in the book of Daniel to the day. When you start doing the numbers and there's scholars that have done so much work on that. And it was pinpointed even to the day, bro. And who else can do that unless it's a supernatural book? Only the Bible has done that. None of these religious texts have ever did that.
There's been books that published, bro. Like there's a 1984
but not
book.
prophesied.
Not prophesized, but there's been books written about what is going to happen in the future, and if they've come true, bro.
Okay, I believe that, but what I'm saying
Are
is
these prophets? Potentially, maybe.
I don't know. I can't speak on that. What I do know is that from my study, from my belief in God's word, it's not just a faith thing. It's actual digging in, looking. Because I've always remember I had a study to defend myself in this case. I learned how to like dig in, bro, and find out the truth. I'm not gonna be believing in something that I know is it might be true, it sounds good. Nah, bro. There's a foundation that has been set. Even the history, bro, the towns, all this stuff. There's towns that the Bible named that weren't even discovered, bro, until even recently where it's like, whoa, people would speak against it, and then boom, lo and behold, we find out, oh wow, this actually exists, and it brings more corroboration to God's word, bro. There's just so much there, bro. Solid proof, bro, that is real. Not only is it real, it's unfolding right now, bro. Even like the book of Revelation, for example. You asked me in the beginning, are we in the end? We're not at the end of the world, but we're at the end of this age where the Bible prophesied about, bro. There's gonna be. How could John, the person that wrote Revelation, how would he know that it's gonna even be possible for everybody to be able to take the mark of the beast, where everybody's gonna be all up under one government, bro? It's gonna be one belief, and if you don't bow down and worship, you don't take this mark, you're not gonna be able to buy or sell anything, bro. All these different things, these pictures that he gave us, this was all because he was inspired by God, bro, to pen these. Remember, this is 2,000 years ago. They still had
the text from. You could still say that they had the Library of Alexandria that had human history before that. So it's not like you based it off nothing.
No. He didn't. No, of course. But what I'm saying is these prophecies that we have about the days we're living in, right? This day and age, bro, it's all unfolding right before our eyes, bro. Even something like the river, the Euphrates River. There's a prophecy that says it's gonna dry up, right? And guess what? If you look up the Euphrates River, it's already, it's already dried up, bro. There's these nations that they say is gonna come against the nation of Israel, and guess what? These nations that were prophesied, like Turkey, all the neighbors, they've all come together. Everything's unfolding, bro, right before our eyes, and the only ones that know are the ones that have dug in. Otherwise, if you don't dig in and you don't even know these things exist, you're gonna be like, whatever. Like your attention's not on that.
Let's do this. So check it out. We haven't been this long of a podcast for a cool minute, but hey, this is a banger right here, baby. Let's go. Hey, P game. We're at 3:20. Let's finish the story. Let's finish your story. Mm-hmm. In regards to fighting the case, and then let's take phone calls because people have been blowing me up this whole time.
All right, cool. So I get found guilty, bro. I'm waiting for this retrial. January 18th, she grants the motion. And as soon as this motion was granted, my attorney, bro, Alex Kessel, he finds a case law called Hudson versus Louisiana, a 1981 case, right? This case, bro, was some dude in Louisiana. It's a federal case law where his situation was almost identical to mine. He went to trial. They granted him a motion for new trial, and they couldn't take him back to trial because it would have been double jeopardy. Okay, so when I got granted a new trial, the judge, she's no longer able to take me back to trial because if she did with the same evidence, it would have been double jeopardy. So we find this case law, we put it into a motion, and we filed it with the higher courts. I mean, with the judge, and she basically granted the motion for dismissal, bro. She looked at the case. She said, you know what? According to this case law, it's almost, it's on point. Excuse me, and I believe that this man was involved in this crime, but according to the law, I have to dismiss this case, bro. And that day on March 15th, she granted the dismissal, and I walked right out of CCD court, bro.
Hey, man, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get this phone calls now. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hey, Lucky.
Yes, sir.
What up, fool?
What up, doggy?
What's up, Perrillo? Hey. Hey, what the fuck going on over there, man?
Church, baby. Church.
It is Sunday, bro.
It is Sunday.
Hey, hold on. That shit cool and all that, but hey, don't mix that shit Christian and all that shit. What they tell you in the union. Politics and all that shit don't fucking mix, but
it's religion, bro. And I know it's a little bit of politics, but
that. Hey, homie, nah. If you Christian, you know what's up.
But you said fuck that though, bro. So you're not Christian, bro. You're the fucking devil calling right now, though.
Yeah, you have sin, buddy. You need to get baptized.
No. Hold on.
I smell the sin off your skin right now, dog.
It's disgusting.
It's like potato wedges.
Dog, nah. You don't need shit like that on your podcast, fool.
No, we do. It's balance, baby.
Nah,
sir.
No, fool.
Next phone call, dog. This guy's fucking really killing my vibe right now. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Lucky?
What up, doggy?
Hey, I have a quick question for your guest, man.
He's listening.
Hey, yeah, I hear that I've been hearing a little bit of the conversation and whatnot, and all this prophecy, but how come it's never talked about the church of like what they do to like little kids and shit like that?
Oh, there's
what I mean by that.
Yeah,
and
bro.
What I mean by that is that big case in the
Petties.
I think it was like in Boston or something like that.
Yeah, that was a Catholic church. Yeah, but and even in there's corruption everywhere, bro. Unfortunately, the devil has infiltrated every aspects of our life here on this earth, bro, including religion, education, entertainment, and so those kinds of things, they happen, bro, because we're living in a fallen world, bro. Everything we're talking about right now, which is sin, people do these evil, wicked things, right? And so that's how that happens, bro. That can happen anywhere, and the devil actually uses this kinds of stuff to keep people away from God, to make people think like, oh man, look at this is happening here. Oh, it must not be true. But just because there's corruption and things like this happening, even in like in the Catholic Church, which is not biblical Christianity. Christianity is separate from that. But the point is, even if it does happen in church, bro, the devil can use that to keep someone like yourself or anybody from coming to the truth.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Serious question, dog. You gonna answer it honestly?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever watched gay porn?
Nah. Heck no, bro.
All right, next phone call.
Fuck you. Let the sin begin.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Someone like, oh, it starts.
Yeah. Turn the volume down in the background, bro.
Oh, yes, sir.
What up, bro?
How's that sound?
Good.
Oh, cool, man. No, just wanted to call in. First time ever calling in, but I want to say I love the content, man. It's much appreciated. Gives us Chicanos who never been a part of that mainstream gang life, but not accepted by society according to our color of skin. You know, maybe some potential tattoos, but no, it's real life.
Hell yeah, bro. Thank you.
All right, bro. Go fuck yourself now, all right?
Hey.
I'll just fuck with you, dog. Thank you for calling,
Thank
bro.
you,
Good
bro.
shit,
Thank
dog.
you.
I was something like that, bro. You're pretty much like a cousin, man.
You know what's up, bro. You know I talk shit, bro. I love you, baby. Thank you. Where you calling from, dog?
Calling from California.
That's right.
But
I feel like you're fucking standing on a boogie board right now, dog. You standing on a boogie board, and I'll be honest, bro.
He's urban kayaking.
in the hurricane right now.
Yeah, he's urban kayaking in the LA River.
Love you, baby. Thank you.
Probably wouldn't be calling right now.
Hey. Love you, dog. Thank you for calling, brother.
Hey, no, real talk, but
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us. Turn the volume down in the background. You got Sticks right here, aka Isaac.
love your channel, Lucky.
Yeah, baby, I love you too, dog. Talk to you. What we got to say besides that?
You know what I'm saying? Fucking, I respect Sticks. And, you know what I'm saying? Everything he's saying, my boy. Just,
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, dog, and love your channel, carnal.
Appreciate you, my G. Thank you, brother. Hell yeah, dog.
All right, my boy.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
He got the volume in the background still. So you got out. You beat that case from that motion, and what do you do from there?
So, unfortunately, I had nowhere else to go but back to Rosemead, right? My mom was at the hospital, bro. She had just had a, what do they call that? Where they have the heart...
open heart surgery?
Yeah,
right?
bro. She was in Garfield Hospital, and I just popped up on her, bro. She didn't even know I was convicted of murder, bro. Because they would have... My mom was elderly. She didn't even know. But I popped up on her. I was already... I was down for 5 years. She knew it was a serious thing, but she never knew I got found guilty. And I remember just popping up on her, bro, and man, she was so happy, bro. Like, just it was a blessing, man, to just be able to hold my mom, bro. But I went back to a trailer park, and it's crazy, bro. The environment, what we were talking about earlier, it actually does affect you, because little by little, I started gravitating towards that lifestyle, like back into that, like started drinking here and there. Start driving around strapped again, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But at that point, bro, God was really tugging at my heart. And I knew I had to just surrender, bro. Surrender to him and allow him to just give everything to him, bro, and allow him to work in my life. So my wife now, she was my girl then. I told her, I said, you know what? I gotta leave, man. I gotta go somewhere, and I gotta just get away from everything. And so I went into a men's home, bro, out there in Brawley, California, a Christian men's home. And that's when I really like surrendered, bro. And I left everything, bro. And I was there for about a year, bro, year and a half. I was only 3 months out. I started gaining more discipline as far as like spiritual disciplines, praying, fasting, reading God's word more, being around other Christians, bro. Going to church, all that stuff, and my wife, she went into a women's Christian home here in Eagle Rock. Eagle Rock, she graduated. She's never did drugs. She's never been gangbang or nothing, but she actually grew up right there, kind of by you, the other side though, and I moved her out there, bro, and we eventually got married. We got married 2015. I got out 2013. We had our first kid 2017. I went back to driving buses. I'm a bus driver still, bro. And life hasn't been easy, bro. Even as a believer, people think that it's, all of a sudden everything's just, colorful and beautiful. But nah, bro, we're still in this struggle called life. But there's a big difference that now the hope that I have, bro, like things could be as worse they can be, bro, but there's a hope that I'm gonna be with the Lord, bro. Like whenever it's time to go, I have that hope of eternal life, and I just want to pass that on, bro. That's why I come on platforms like this. I know it's controversial. I know, a lot of the listeners, like the guy that was calling, I'm not even mad at them, bro. They're just at the point where they're at now, and maybe they've been influenced negatively by something that's not of God, bro. And so I come here to not only talk about it, but to show that there's evidence that God is real, that he has been active in my life. He has answered my prayers. He has done miracles in my life. He has blessed me with a beautiful wife, beautiful children, a good job, good friends. I've met a person like you, bro. I've been able to come on a place like this and where something exists now online, bro, where people can watch it later on. They might be cracked out in the Momo later, bro, but Lord willing, it's going to do something to them, bro. It's going to move them. It's going to move their hearts, bro, to draw closer to the Lord, So
let's go. Amen. Everybody give it up for Sticks, a.k.a. Isaac, Lomas in the casa, baby. Appreciate you, brother. How can people follow you, support you? What do you got going on?
So first off, I want to thank you, bro, and the whole crew. You guys have been awesome. I love the conversation, you know what I mean? I know it gets a little staticky, but that's why we're here, bro. We've done it before, bro, and we've had our conversations, but it's awesome, bro. It's worth it, bro. It's definitely worth it. So shout out to you, bro. I thank you for inviting me back.
Yes, sir.
It was long overdue. I've been wanting to come on here, bro, and hang out with you. Your whole crew's cool, bro. Blessed to have met all you guys. My brother over here, sitting right here, my security. Thank him, bro, for being here with me. I stopped doing it for a while, but I do have a YouTube channel called Righteous by Faith. You just type that in on YouTube. I'm gonna, Lord willing, start doing more stuff. I've done music. I stopped doing the music too, but there's a little bit on there, some music. And on Instagram, it's Righteous by Faith _RIP. I've been also off social media for about a year. But that's pretty much it, man. Anybody, want to reach out, any questions, I'm right there, man. I'm open to it. Just let me know that you found me on Hoodstock, so I do have everything on private, or just hit me up on YouTube. And I thank everybody that's out there listening, man. Everybody that tapped in. Once again, man, thank you guys, bro. God bless you guys, brother. Man.
That was dope, bro. That was dope. That was deep. I feel like we needed that. I needed that. And that I feel like that fueled my soul right there, this conversation right here, brother. And I appreciate it so much, bro. I appreciate you coming through. And for a Sunday evening when there's hurricanes and earthquakes popping out, I mean, I feel like this is the cherry on top, baby. You know what I mean?
We got people through the storm.
Absolutely.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Yes. Everybody give it for Sticks. Lomas.